everybody. Welcome to the stream. I have a special guest today, Cameron. Today we're going to be discussing Deadpool and Wolverine. We're just going to go down through some theories, um, just some predictions, and stuff like that. So, Cameron, how are you doing today?
Yeah, I'm doing good. What about you?
Yeah, doing good, doing good. So, yeah, let's start off with just what is your excitement level for Deadpool and Wolverine? What do you think? What do you think?
Yeah, I'm very excited for it. I've made a little poster circle thing.
Yeah,
Uh,
I see it.
now for
The
the screen.
Lego. Yeah, it looks cool. That's cool. So you're not worried about the film or anything, or do you think it's gonna like it could kill Marvel or something like that?
No, I don't think. I think it's going to be a self-contained film. From what I've seen and heard, I don't think it's going to be connected to Secret Wars, as everyone's hoping it's going to be.
No, I don't think so either. Yeah, I know they're like teasing about it in like the trailers and stuff. I don't know if you saw any of like the like if you've seen a movie in the theater recently, they have like that PSA about silencing your phones. Did you see that?
No, I haven't got it yet. I'm probably going to get it during the Deadpool screening, to be honest.
Gotcha, gotcha. Yeah, because during any like movie, they have how they usually have that commercial where it's like silence your phones, please, or
Yeah,
whatever. Um, yeah, Deadpool and Wolverine, been in every single silent your phone thing, and it's like a parody thing. And they talk about how they're possibly going to be in Secret Wars, and it's like they shut it down. I think they're going to tease it throughout the movie that they're have some sort of hint towards Secret Wars, but I think really it's just going to be an ending to the Fox universe, you know?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I going to be anything substantial. Secret War like 4 years away yet.
yeah, we're pretty far out from Secret Wars because they pushed everything back a bit. Like I think right originally, Kang Wars was supposed to come out next year, and then Secret Wars was supposed to come out in 26, but they pushed everything back to I think like 28 and 29. So we're pretty
Yeah,
far away from that.
I don't think the Jonathan Major thing helped either with all the.
Yeah, no, that I yeah, they fired him, right?
I think so. Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know if
I
they're gonna recast her.
I heard they're getting Doctor Doom.
Good. I feel like Kang is not really a villain that it could be like the next Thanos, especially when he gets beat up by a bunch of ants.
Yeah,
Really kills the hype. Imagine like watching Thanos getting beaten by a bunch of ants before we saw Infinity War. It really it ruins the intimidation factor.
yeah. Because I think they're setting up the Fantastic Four, and then they're gonna do um the Doctor Doom.
Yeah. Yeah, you think the Fantastic Four might be in this movie?
No. I'm just saying that's what they're doing. I think they're gonna set up Fantastic Four, then they're gonna do um Doctor Doom in Secret Wars.
Oh, gotcha, gotcha. Yeah, Fantastic Four, that's gonna be coming out next year, I think, and they have that set in another universe. So that's probably where, yeah, I could see them like setting up Doctor Doom there, and then getting ready for Avengers 5 and have him be the bad guy.
Yeah, I'll be
Yeah.
back in a second.
Oh, okay. Hope you're all doing well during the stream. Please comment if you got any questions. You know, comment something down in the live chat. Be sure to read them. I see that we have 2 people watching right now. If you're enjoying the video, please like, please subscribe, or don't. Do what you want to do. Let me know down in the comments if you're excited for Deadpool Wolverine.
I'm back.
Okay, cool. I was talking to 2 people, I think.
Oh,
Because there's 2 people in the live stream. They're not commenting though, but what was I gonna say? Yeah. So you were saying about Deadpool, Fantastic Four, and Doctor Doom.
yeah. I think that's what they're doing.
Yeah, I could see that them doing that too. Setting up Doctor Doom in the first movie. Is it confirmed that Doctor Doom is the bad guy for Avengers 5?
I don't think it's been confirmed, but I think they are gonna tease it.
Gotcha. Yeah. I hope that's the case. I feel like Doctor Doom is like a Thanos level villain, especially what he's done in the comics, and he's a very interesting character. I was hoping that they would do a Doctor Doom movie before they would do put him in like a Fantastic Four or Avengers film because he has such like an interesting and rich backstory, and I think it could make for a really good movie. But it looks like they're just gonna plug him into another movie and have him be the bad guy there first. But yeah, I'm excited for the potential of him being the bad guy for Avengers 5.
Yeah, I agree.
But yeah, so talking back around Deadpool Wolverine, yeah, they're probably not gonna do any Secret Wars stuff, and yeah, and I feel like I'm really excited too, but I am still worried at the same time. Um, kind of worried that it's gonna be just nostalgia bait, you know, like Logan was a really great ending. I kind of don't want them to mess that up in a way, you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah, I get what you mean.
Yeah, but I am excited to see Wolverine finally don the yellow and blue. That's something I've been wanting for years. It's been long overdue.
I heard he's only wearing the mask for 10 minutes.
What?
Yeah,
Just for 10 minutes?
yeah, just
Oh,
for.
that's lame.
It's better than no mask. That's what we got.
That's tr- that's true. That's true. I just hoping because Deadpool's wearing his mask, you know.
Yeah,
I think Wolverine would wear his as well, but it's better than wearing nothing at all. So
up
that's true.
and off. Like they're gonna be wearing their masks. They're not wearing them.
What was that?
I think it's gonna be on and off. So like, because I think there's a cafe scene between Deadpool and Wolverine where he's not wearing his mask. So I think it's just gonna be on and off.
Yeah, that's cool. I mean, yeah, like you said, it's better than not having any mask at all. But
Yeah, I've had to
um,
be grateful for what we have, to be honest. Because like, obviously,
yeah,
they could just not have done it at all.
yeah,
They were
yeah,
just
that's true.
gonna do a Disney Plus series with Deadpool where it was just gonna be him and I can't remember his name now. The taxi driver person, and it was just gonna be him and that person just telling road stories on like a road trip or something.
You think they would do that for a Disney Plus series?
I think it was in the talks before they even did a Deadpool and Wolverine film.
Oh wow, that would be interesting if they were doing that. I'm glad that yeah, like I said, I'm glad that Wolverine is back. I think it'll be pretty interesting to see like the ending to the Fox universe, what they got planned for that. They don't have a lot of the film's really short, so I don't know how much they can cram into this movie without feeling like nostalgia bait.
The longest Deadpool film we've had.
What's that?
It's the longest Deadpool film we've had so far.
Yeah, I just feel like with the amount that's going to be in the movie, or supposed to be in the movie. Let me look up the runtime real quick. 'Cause I remember it being pretty short.
I
The
think
runtime is 2 hours and 7 minutes.
I
That's pretty
think
good.
2 hours and 15. I don't know why it's longer in the UK, but
Oh wow, you guys get extra content. Damn.
yeah.
um, yeah. So it's let's see here. Yeah, so it's a pretty decent size. I just
Oh,
feel like for the amount that's
it's
supposed to be in
changed
the movie,
2 hours 8 minutes now. Oh, okay.
2 hours and 8 minutes.
Yeah, it's changed now. It was 2 hours 15. I'll have to get a screenshot of it and show you how it's changed. That's interesting.
Oh yeah, that is interesting. Yeah, because you said originally was 2 hours and 15.
Yeah, let me check. Hold on. Uh, I did send it to someone. Let's see if I have the runtime for it. No, I don't think it's on there. I'll have to find it, but I'm pretty sure it was 2 hours 15 minutes originally.
Wow. Yeah, they probably well, they just finished the filming film like reshoots and stuff not too long ago, so they probably like changed some things in the film, and maybe they had to cut down the runtime or something.
Yeah,
What's that?
I said yeah, maybe.
Yeah, but yeah, I just feel like with the amount that's supposed to be in the movie, a little concerned about that runtime. I'm also concerned about the nostalgia bait. I heard that they're not going to touch Logan at all. Logan's a masterpiece. That was a great ending to Wolverine. That's why I'm like a little like not 100% excited for him to return. But
I think it's be a multiverse Wolverine. I don't think it's going to be the Wolverine that we know.
yeah, I know. Yeah, I get that. I just feel like it's kind of like bringing Iron Man back in a way, but at the same time, it's for a purpose too. It's to put Hugh Jackman finally in the suit. It's to end the Fox universe in a like a really big multiverse official way. Um, so I mean, there is positives and negatives. I just don't want it to feel like a cash grab. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I just hope it has the weight and um, the emotion that, like, Spider-Man: No Way Home did. It, like, brought in nostalgia, but it did in a way where it was r done really well, and you felt things throughout the film. I don't know if you felt like that way about Spider-Man: No Way Home.
I had a very different experience with Spider-Man: No Way Home. I watched it in. I don't know if you have it in the US. I watched it in 4DX.
Oh, yeah, we have 4DX, yeah.
Yeah, watched it in 4DX.
Oh, yeah,
It was
that's not the best.
experience.
What's that?
It was a very different experience.
Yeah, yeah, not the best way, I feel like, to watch, Spider-Man, you know, but, I mean, did you have a good time watching it at 4DX?
Yeah, I did. Yeah,
You did? I feel
yeah.
like with 40X movies, I get distracted, like, I feel like it takes away a bit from the experience, like, I only do 40X movies for something like Fast and Furious, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Or like, I
yeah.
just turn my brain off and be like, the movie's crap, but at least I get a good time, like, moving around and stuff, you know? But, yeah, but did you feel like with Spider-Man: No Way Home, there was um, like, nostalgia was too much or it felt cheaper anyway?
No, I think the nostalgia, well, the way they returned the villains and everything, I think it was done effectively to where it didn't feel like they were just putting them in just because. I mean,
Yeah.
maybe the lizard, maybe.
Yeah, the Lizard, and Sandman, they kinda were both they didn't have much to do.
Yeah, I feel there was too many characters they were trying to like juggle at the same time, and some of them just could have got a bit more screen time.
Yeah, but you feel like it was nostalgia done well, and,
Yeah,
like,
definitely. Yeah,
um yeah, I just don't want Deadpool Wolverine to be nostalgia done bad like Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness, you know?
I don't think they're gonna do that. All
You
the
know
Dead films have been pretty good so far.
Yeah, that's true, that's true. Yeah, I do have I mean, I like the director, he did Fall Guy, which wasn't a great film oh, not Fall Guy, sorry, what was that? He did another movie with Ryan Reynolds,
Free
what's that?
was it Free Guy?
Free Guy, yeah. Yeah, Fall Guy's a different movie, that was another pretty good
Yeah,
movie, but,
Ryan
what's
different
that?
Ryan.
What was that?
It's different Ryan. It's
Yeah,
Gosling.
yeah, different Ryans, yeah. Um, yeah, he did Free Guy, that was did you like that movie?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah, yeah, it's a good film, I feel like, and, um, yeah, so hopefully he can do something better with Deadpool and Wolverine, with especially with the amount of hype that there is with that movie, um and yeah, I mean, I trust Ryan Reynolds not to fall into the trap of like nostalgia bait. And I mean, it already kind of looks like they might be doing that a little bit with like Sabretooth. Did you see him in the trailer?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Yeah, like they brought him back. It looks like they're just gonna bring him back and then kill him off.
I
So
mean, it could be a different variant of Sabretooth. Same with Wolverine.
yeah, they're definitely different variants.
It's like Pyro. Pyro's coming back.
Yeah, yeah, I saw him in the trailer too. He looks like he's pretty twisted in the head this time,
Yeah. Yeah.
based off the trailer. Um, yeah, I just hope that they are able to bring back some other characters and do in a way that's just it's gonna be meaningful, you know? That's just what I'm really hoping for.
I
I
think
just
they're
want
doing that a lot this year with films. So we've got Kung Fu Panda 4, and I don't know if you've seen Despicable Me 4 yet, but they're doing that a lot with these films where like doing a send off for all these characters to make way for the other films.
Oh, really? They send off Kung Fu Panda?
Yeah, like they have all the characters forgive him. I don't know if you've seen the film. Oops.
No, I haven't seen Kung Fu Panda since I was 2. I'm not I mean, since the second one when I was, like, really younger.
Oh,
I
wow.
haven't s I yeah, I dropped off from the series. I never saw the 3rd or 4th one, but,
But yeah, I'm pretty sure all the villains forgave him in the end,
oh,
and he had
oh,
like
that's
a new apprentice of like the Master Warrior or something. But yeah,
oh, that's cool. Um, yeah,
and I'm
you
pretty
think
sure something similar happened in Despicable Me 4 as well. So I think they're just doing that a lot this year, with just having a lot of forgiving and stuff.
Yes, 2024 is the year of forgiving, and 2023 was the year of the atomic bomb, so but,
Yeah,
but yeah, yeah, maybe they'll do something similar in, Deadpool Wolverine. It looks like something's definitely going on with Wolverine, though, in the trailer. Um, he's like Deadpool saying, "You let your universe die," and Wolverine looks like some sort of depressed person, you
yeah,
know?
yeah.
I don't know if I know, like you said, it was a variant of the Wolverine we've gotten in the original X-Men movies, but, um, I don't know if this is, like, somehow still gonna try to connect to Logan. Um,
I think he's gonna mention Logan a few times, but I don't think it's gonna be the same Wolverine.
yeah, that's what I'm hoping. I'm hoping they keep that timeline separate.
Yeah, I think they've already said that in a promotional video or something like a year ago in an interview, when they said they're not gonna touch that at all.
Yeah, I just I know it's a different Wolverine. It's kinda like seeing Robert Downey Jr. come back, but as a different Iron Man. I feel like it just kinda I don't know. I definitely don't want Robert Downey Jr. to ever return. I feel like his ending was really final, you know?
I think
Uh,
they did ask him to come back for the post-credit scene, but I think he said no.
for which movie?
For Deadpool and Wolverine.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, thank God. I don't want Robert Downey get Tom Cruise as Iron Man in there. I don't I don't want any kind of Robert Downey Jr. in this movie or Secret Wars. Um, I definitely wanna see since Hugh Jackman's coming back in this movie, I definitely would like to see him come back in Secret Wars. I would love to see him interact with a bunch of different other Avengers characters and maybe Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man.
Do you know
That would
how
be
big that would be? Have Hugh Jackman interact with Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man?
I would lose
The
my
box
fucking
office would explode.
It's like the early 2000 movies are all, like, crossing over. It'd be so cool, and to see Chris Evans come back, I would like to see that too.
Oh, he is coming back.
For which
They're doing a Disney Plus series with him.
Oh, really?
Yeah, with him returning all the stones.
Is that confirmed?
I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know about that. I'll have to look into that. That would be pretty cool. I would love that as a series if that's the case. I feel like his ending was final, but it left room for him to still kind of return, you know?
Yeah.
I feel like Iron Man's death and his story is just it's complete, and I think it would really make the story feel cheap if they have him return in any kind of way.
I think what I'm glad that Hugh Jackman's doing with this Wolverine is what Russell T Davies should have done with David Tennant's Doctor, is make a brand new variant for David Tennant instead of just basically writing the 10th Doctor with a hint of salt, basically. Like, it's just a tiny bit different.
Yeah, I agree. I feel like the 14th Doctor should've I think he should have had his real accent, honestly.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, because, what's his real accent? Scottish? Or
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
yeah, I think it would've been cool for the 14th Doctor for David Tennant to come back as a different version of his doctor, with, like, his Scottish accent, maybe a bit more mean or something like that, but more Capaldi-like. I think that would've been pretty cool. But, yeah, the 14th Doctor, I mean, he still had his catchphrase. He had the "Allons-y," you know? It wasn't that much different.
Yeah, yeah. I see what you mean. I mean, I'm glad that they're not just pulling Logan from the timeline. So just saying, now we've got Logan and Deadpool running around. Now we've got, I'm glad that now we've got a different variant of Wolverine running around.
Yeah, yeah, I agree. Yeah, that would have been yeah, I don't know which version of Wolverine this is. Like, I don't know, like if this could be from the X-Men Origins Wolverine timeline or
No, I think
uh,
it's just a random variant from another universe.
yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah. I was just saying, like, I think that would be like it would be interesting if he somehow was connected to the movies, but from like a different universe where the some of the events from the movies happen. But Logan, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm not sure, but I think it is like a completely different Wolverine.
Yeah, that probably is what they're gonna go down, and it sounds like in the trailers, this Wolverine has some sort of baggage. Not
Yeah,
sure.
I think he killed all the X-Men.
You think that's what happened?
Yeah, either that or he accidentally detonated a bomb that killed the X-Men. I don't know, but like what
It,
they're doing with The Boys season 4. I don't know if you've seen it.
I have to watch that show. I started watching the first season a long time ago, and I really have to catch up. I know I'm behind, and I have friends that tell me that I need to watch that show so bad. But what's going on in the fourth season?
Right, so there's a virus that can wipe out all the superheroes basically, and maybe Wolverine had the cure, and then it wiped out all the X-Men. I don't know, like in Logan, basically.
You think they're gonna do something like that for Deadpool Wolverine for the Wolverine
It
character?
makes sense because from what I'm hearing, all the X-Men are dead apart from him.
Oh, I mean,
When,
in his
when
universe.
he said, "Oh, he wiped out his entire world," so
Oh yeah,
that's
then he's in that grave site in the trailers too.
yeah, yeah.
Damn. Yeah, so it sounds like if that's the case, I don't know. I just hope they execute it well. You know what I mean? I hope they give Wolverine something substantial, a good story arc. Probably it's obviously not gonna be as great as Logan was, but um, in terms of like the story that they could give him, I'm just hoping for something satisfying, you know,
Hmm.
and something that doesn't make it feel cheap. And like, why did they bring him back? And why, like multiverse of madness? I don't want something like that. I
Yeah.
want something like No Way Home.
You think they're gonna keep this Wolverine variant, or they're gonna send him back to his world like in No Way Home?
I think they're gonna keep this variant, and then we're gonna use him again for Secret Wars. At least that's what I hope. I want him back in
I
Secret
mean, that's
Wars.
that's if Hugh Jackman wants to return.
Yes.
But that's what people don't realize. People think, "Oh, I want this actor to return. I want that actor to return." But that's if they want to return. They don't have to.
No. Um.
Because people wanted Henry Cavill to play Superman till like he's in his 80s. Like, if he doesn't want to do it, he doesn't have to do it.
Yeah.
I think people forget that.
Yeah. I don't know if he signed on to do Secret Wars though. It's rumored that he's already in it. Along with Tobey Maguire Spider Man. Um. It sounds like uh, it's not gonna lead into Secret Wars. I think it's gonna be a self-contained thing, but Um, Secret Wars is a multiverse story, and Tobey Maguire is coming back for it. I don't know if Andrew Garfield is too. Um, but I
I
think
heard they were going to make a Spider-Man 4 at some point, but I don't know what's happening with that anymore.
yeah. Sam Raimi said he's open to doing a Spider-Man 4. I hope that they do it. I hope they do an Amazing Spider-Man 3 and a Spider-Man
I'm not
4.
too sure on Amazing Spider-Man 3. I'm not too sure on that one.
Oh yeah, I don't know if they'll do it. I don't know if they'll do either one, but I would like to see both of them.
Because it's been 10 years since the last one.
Yeah, yeah, and I would like to just see an ending for the characters. Something. I mean, I hope in Secret Wars we can get endings to both Andrew Garfield Spider-Man and Tobey Maguire Spider-Man. Um, yeah, I hope they both get made. I think that would be really cool.
I know they're definitely making another trilogy of Tom Holland films.
Yeah, they're making another trilogy. I think it's coming out in sometime in the next few years. It's supposed to lead into Secret Wars, apparently.
Yeah, so I know they're definitely making Tom Holland films. I'm just not. I think they're making a Miles Morales film as well.
Yeah, that's not gonna
A
be part
lot
of the
like a live
MCU.
action film, not the animation. A live action Miles Morales.
Yeah, yeah, they're already beginning casting for it. It's supposed to be separate from the MCU, the Miles Morales film. I think if they did it properly, it would have been really cool to see like a trans. Like, you did you play the Spider-Man games, the video
Yeah,
games? Did what you said? Yeah.
yeah, I did. Sorry, I'm eating.
Oh, sorry. Oh no, you're good. Yeah, I think that would be it would have been really cool for them to do something like they did for the video games, but in the movies, like how Miles Morales kind of start off as like the sidekick, and then eventually have him transition into like the main Spider-Man. I wish they did that for the movies instead of just having a Miles Morales film, without being set up, and it could have been part of the MCU too. But
I mean, it's getting confusing now because we've got the animations, then we're gonna have a live action, and then we're gonna have all this MCU stuff. It's just I don't know.
and the Venom universe,
Yeah,
but that's
yeah.
that's still gonna exist. I don't even know. We talked about
Apparently,
that.
Venom 3 isn't gonna tie into the MCU now, so I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah. So what was the point of the post credit scene then?
I don't know.
Venom 2 had him like come into the Marvel universe, and then he left.
But to be fair though, DC are doing something different as well. So you got the Superman and Lois series. I finally watched series 3.
Yeah, you did.
It finally came on iPlayer, and I actually got around to watching all of it.
What did you think? I think it's like the best season so far, in my
Yeah, it was
opinion.
great. Yeah,
Yeah, it's a
I
shame that
enjoyed
it's
it.
ending though because of the Superman movie. I think it's ending this year,
But what I
or
don't understand is he'll let what was I think it's Matt Reeves do um another 2 more Batman films, I think. But yet he won't let them carry on the Superman and Lois series.
yeah, I know.
I
I
don't
made
know.
a
I'm not accusing him of anything. I just find it interesting.
yeah, I agree with you. I made a video about that. Like, I was pissed off when I found out the show was ending, and I was like, it's a shame because the writers had like 3 more seasons planned, and then now they're just like, they want to get confused with our Superman movie, and it doesn't make any sense because um, the TV show is about veteran Superman, and the new movie is about a young Superman. So I feel like they could both coexist without things getting confusing. Like, everyone knows the Batman is different from the other Batman movie that's coming out, you know?
Yeah.
And then there's a
And then
Penguin
you got all
show.
the other animated movies as well, which I don't even know if they tie in. You got like I think there's like a DC game coming out. I think another Arkham game. I think they're making.
Um,
I don't know
I
how they're gonna make that because like the voice actor is dead now.
oh, they have the young, actor. If it's, like, taking place in, around the Arkham Origins games, they have, Roger Craig. He did the young Batman, the Arkham universe. So they
Huh.
could just have him be the future Batman. But they're also doing an animated Batman show too, that's gonna be separate from, everything. It's called did you see the trailer for it, Batman: The Caped Crusader?
No, I don't think I've seen it yet.
Oh, it looks pretty good. It's made by the people that did the original animated series,
Oh
Bruce Timm.
wow.
Yeah, it looks pretty good. They have a new Batman voice. He kinda sounds similar to Kevin Conroy. Um,
I think we should do something different from Kevin Conroy. I don't know.
um, I it definitely is different. It just sounds like it has that same vibe. I personally really like when Batman voices have that vibe where it just the voice is deeper and doesn't sound like Christian Bale, where it sounds like there's razor blades in his throat or something. I
So I could
prefer
just smoke 10 packs of cigarettes, yeah.
yeah. Um, yeah, I prefer the voice to just be similar to, like, a Kevin Conroy-esque voice. Um, but, yeah, sorry, we just went way off topic.
I
But what were
like I don't know if you've seen it, the Batman Brave and the Bold.
what's that? Oh, the animated show?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, what about
I like what they did with the Batman.
the voice?
Yeah, yeah.
Um, yeah, it was okay for what it was. It kinda had that parody type of voice because the show was kind of like a parody in a way of,
Hmm.
a Batman, wasn't it, right?
I think it was just meant to be its own self-contained show. with the Justice League and stuff.
Yeah, I just remember it was a very like um, goofy show at times. It kind of felt like the Lego Batman movie in a way, but animated.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I remember just being really pissed off though when they said Superman Lois was ending because James Gunn didn't want to continue and CW was getting bought out and stuff. But at least we're getting a final season though to wrap things up, even though it's a limited amount of episodes and half of the cast is guest appearing now in the final season. I don't think Lana's going to be in the final season either.
So who's going to be in the final series then? Like, hardly anyone.
No, all the cast is returning for at least 2 episodes.
Is that it?
Yeah, they are shortened the season to 10 episodes. Half of the cast, um,
That's like 30% of the series gone.
yeah, and it's no longer going to take place in Smallville. It's going to take place in Metropolis for the final season because
What?
the budget got cut in half.
That's mad.
Yeah, it's really sad, but I think they could still end the series on a high note. At least that's what I hope.
I mean, if they could make like films during COVID times when everyone was separated and like the budgets were lower and stuff, and I'm sure they could make a good Superman and Lois series.
Yeah, I think they'll have the potential to make a good ending. I hope it lands with the ending, um, but we shall see. We shall see. I'm holding out hope though. I mean, I really like that Superman a lot. It's like the best Superman adaptation since Smallville. Did you watch that show?
Smallville, I think I watched it growing up, but
You did? Oh yeah, me too. Me too. Yeah, Smallville was my was like the first real show I ever watched. And yeah, I grew up. I have a lot of nostalgia for Smallville.
I think I watched more of the Superman movies growing up. Like I think the Christopher Reeves one, the Brandon Welf, Henry Cavill.
Yeah. Yeah, I grew up I watched them all later, but, like, my first Superman was, like, season 5 of Smallville, and, like, that's when I call into the series, and then, they have in my opinion, it's my favorite Superman, Lex Luthor. But, yeah, we went way off topic here. We're sorry whoever's watching, we're talking about, DC, we should be talking about Deadpool and Wolverine, but,
If you know us by now, we always do this.
yes, it's a trend on these live streams.
But
But
it always comes back round, I promise.
yeah. um so yeah, back to Deadpool Wolverine. Yeah, so you're excited for the film.
Yeah,
I'm excited, but what's that?
I got a necklace for it.
Oh, you did?
Yeah,
Oh, that's really cool. Yeah, I gotta get some Deadpool and Wolverine merch. Especially I want to get like something with that costume in it, you know. Um
I was gonna get a costume, but I don't think they're gonna let me in the theaters otherwise.
oh really?
Yeah, I don't think they let you in. So I was like, nah, I'm just getting a necklace instead.
Yeah, I wanted to get like a not like a full on costume, but I just want to get like maybe like a t-shirt with yellow and blue. You know what I mean? Like especially with that Wolverine costume, you know. I think that
Yeah.
would be pretty cool. Get like a Wolverine t-shirt or something like that. But yeah, so yeah, you're really excited. I'm excited but a little cautious, I guess is the word. I'm just a little worried that it could be a bit like Multiverse of Madness. We discussed some of the things that are going to happen in the film, but yeah, do you have like any predictions or anything you think big might happen in the movie?
I think there's gonna be a few mentions to Doctor Strange with the portals.
Yeah, I did see that. And the TVA is involved somehow as well.
Yeah, so there might be a few mentions to the Loki TV series as well.
Yeah. And I think the guy from Loki is going to be in it as well. Owen Wilson's
Oh, Lightning
character.
McQueen.
Yeah, Lightning McQueen. Yeah. Yeah, he might be. I think he's going to be in the movie. Um, I think some other people from the Loki series might be in the movie.
I'm not putting bets on Tom Hiddleston being there though. I don't think he's gonna be in it.
Yeah, I don't think so. I hope so. I think that would be really cool. I think they would just seeing Deadpool and Loki meet. I think that would be really funny. Um, but Yeah, I don't. I wouldn't bet that he would be in the series. But like I said, though, I think that would be pretty cool if he was. Um, yeah,
I
and
think
yeah,
people, I think people have too high predictions on what's going to be in Deadpool and Wolverine. Like they're overhyping themselves.
yeah, but to be fair, that the only people to blame for that is the people like the directors and all of them because they're the ones that are saying this movie's gonna have so many cameos and there's so much in this movie you don't even know what's gonna happen and they're like really making fans hype and it's gonna be a shame if
I'm
those
pretty sure the
expectations.
director did come out and say, I don't know where I saw it, but I'm pretty sure he did come out and say that it's not going to have that many cameos.
I remember seeing a thing saying like like
I
I
don't
think
know.
it's
It's all over the place because I think Deadline posted the other day that Patrick Stewart is going to be in it, and then they retracted their statement saying he's not going to be in it. I don't know. It's all very strange at the minute.
yeah, and I also heard Ian McKellen might be in it as well as Magneto.
Yeah,
Um,
Michael Fassbender might be in it. I
I
don't
hope
know.
so. I like James McAvoy and Michael Fassbender more than Patrick Stewart and Ian McKellen as the characters. I think that's a hot take. I just feel like they feel more like the characters, so I would love for them to be in the movie.
I think all four of them, Patrick Stewart and all that. I think they all have their own take on the character, and I enjoy that.
Yeah, I agree, but I don't know. I just feel like I think the relationship, the friendship between Professor X and Magneto was better with the younger actors, and I just feel like the characters were just they felt more like the characters to me. From like especially like from like the animated show and like the comics and stuff. And Michael Fassbender, he just had like a badass performance,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
especially in like Days of Future Past and First Class.
I think when Michael Fassbender goes in a role, he gives it his all. So like if you see things like I think The Killer, I don't know if you've seen it.
I did. That's a really good movie. I really enjoyed that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was badass in that movie. But
I tried watching The Snowman. I didn't really enjoy it that much.
oh, I've never seen that.
I watched something with is it James McAvoy? what was it again? It was like he'd lost his daughter or something, and
His
no,
dark
his accent completely changed.
his Dark Materials,
No, no, no.
the TV show.
I think it's on Netflix. He like lost his daughter, and he had to go look for his daughter or something. And oh no, his accent like completely changed. Like it went from like normal American that you usually see in films to like completely Irish or something.
Oh, I'm not sure. That sounds familiar. I know that the last thing I saw James McAvoy in was his Dark Materials, but I gotta look that movie up. That sounds pretty familiar.
He's
Um,
good in Split.
he is. He's really good in Split. He's also I liked him in Atomic Blonde. Um,
One film. I'm going on his IMDb. I love IMDb. Let's see if I can find it. It wasn't that long ago. My son, that was it.
My Son.
Yeah.
Let me look that up. My Son. Oh, I saw this movie. Yeah, this movie was pretty good.
Yeah. I thought so too.
Yeah, it was on a Peacock.
Ah, mine was on Netflix.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, because I think in the UK they put a lot of all these different streaming service stuff onto Netflix, right?
Yeah, yeah. I think
You
Disney Plus has a lot of it as well. A lot of American films and shows.
Disney Plus has a lot of what?
American shows and stuff. Yeah.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah, I think Disney Plus for me has a lot of the UK stuff. Like that's where I watch Doctor Who now, through Disney Plus. I think we get it a day before you guys now, right?
Yeah, it's quite sad.
Yeah, that's kind of bullshit. I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna lie, that's kind of bullshit. But yeah, back to Deadpool and Wolverine. So, yeah, I hope Patrick Stewart James McAvoy. I hope they're all in the movie.
I mean, it's probably just going to be something like The Rise of Skywalker, in it, where they're all just going to say a few lines to Ray or something.
Oh, that's gonna be. I'm gonna be pissed. That's multiverse of madness bullshit.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh god, if we don't even see Professor X, we just hear him in his head, Wolverine's head. That's gonna be complete BS.
Or it's
I'm
just
gonna
going to be
walk.
like a flashback or something, her just talking to like a shadow in a chair.
Oh man, that would suck. But what was I gonna say? Oh, I was also gonna say too, like James McAvoy and Michael Fassbender, they're pretty young, right?
What's that?
James McAvoy and I was also gonna say like
Um,
they're young,
no,
right?
let me ask Alexa. Alexa, how old is James McAvoy?
James McAvoy is 45 years old.
45.
Yeah, I mean if they would want to, they could like make them because they're rebooting the X-Men movies after Secret Wars.
Yeah, I
I
heard
think
they're
that's
making a black Professor X.
yeah, the rumor is I can never say his name. Giancarlo Esposito. Do you know what I'm talking
No,
about?
no, not him. I can't escape him. He's in every movie now I watch.
Yeah,
He's in
originally
Abigail, he's in The Boys, he's in the new Captain America film.
he's in Star Wars.
I can't escape him.
He's a
He's in
great
Breaking
actor though.
Bad.
He's amazing in Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul. Oh
Yeah.
my, he's so much better in Better. Did you ever watch Better Call Saul and Breaking Bad?
I think I got about one season in on both of them.
You
They're
didn't
long
complete them?
series. I gotta give them.
Oh no, you gotta complete them. You gotta start with Breaking Bad, then go make your way to Better Call Saul. They both start off pretty rough. Like the first season's probably the
Yeah,
worst on both series, but then by the end, it turns into like masterpieces. Especially when you get to Gustavo. That's his character. He's like the
yeah,
best character in the whole show, and like the whole Breaking Bad universe. But
yeah.
anyway, way off topic. Yeah, he was originally rumored to be Professor X, and then he ended up being in the Captain America movie. So I don't know who they're gonna cast now, but I think it would be great if they just brought back James McAvoy and Michael Fassbender. Just age them up, just put like old makeup on them.
I mean, again, that's if they want to come back. They might be
Yeah, if
thinking
they want to
about it
come back. If not, then I hope they find good
because
replacement.
people have got to realize, like, they're in their 50s now. Like, they don't have to come back.
Oh yeah, yeah, 100%. I know originally they kind of didn't want to. They wanted to break from the X-Men stuff
Yeah,
after Apocalypse.
yeah. No, Dark Phoenix.
No, they didn't want to come back for Dark Phoenix. They
Oh,
wanted
they
to
didn't.
break. No, they were forced to come back because of
Oh wow,
contract. Yeah.
that's
What's that?
that's sad.
Yeah, and you could tell in the performance too, because they both their performances. I'm not gonna lie, wasn't that great in Dark Phoenix. For both of them, and for most of the cast, they all felt like they didn't want to be there.
Yeah.
And then Jennifer Lawrence's character got killed off, and um, I'm sure she was happy about that. Dark Phoenix is such a trash film. Like it I thought like I don't know which is worse, like Last Stand or Dark Phoenix. They're both pretty bad.
How did they fuck up the Dark Phoenix storyline twice?
I have no idea. That's yeah. And then what they did with the Dark Phoenix, there was aliens as the bad guy,
I forgot about that film.
and then uh what else? And then everyone was like and then Phoenix dies, and then Professor X retires, and Beast takes over. I'm like, is this even in the same universe? This feels
Oh
like an
yeah, Beast
Elseworld
is coming
story.
back. If you've watched some of the end credits,
What's that?
I think it's in the Marvels, the end credits. You got the Beast coming back.
Yes, yeah, he did come back. It was betrayed by the guy that did it in the original movies. Um,
So I think it's going to be like a sort of Flashpoint paradox sort of thing where like some of the actors stay on, but most of them change.
yeah, yeah. I remember seeing it was Kelsey Grammer, the original actor from Last Stand. He was the Beast in
Yeah.
that. I like the other Beast more. Not gonna lie. Oh,
The one played by what's his name?
Lex Luthor, the new Lex Luthor.
Yeah, yeah.
Nicholas Holt, that's his name.
Oh yeah, the guy in Renfield. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, Mad Max. Yeah, I liked him more as Beast, but I understand why he can't return. Because he's Lex Luthor now. Um, But yeah, I think Kelsey Grammer's really old, and I also prefer the have Beast in the blue makeup. I don't know about you.
Apparently, it's all going to be CGI instead of
I
actual makeup.
Yeah, because it was CGI in the Marvel's end credits scene, and
Yeah.
it looks horrible. It looks like a cartoon.
Isn't that what you want? You want it to be comic book accurate, right?
N I think it looks so much more better and realistic for it to be, like, makeup, and I think The Thing, he should also be makeup too. It's probably a hot take.
What's that?
Um,
The Thing.
yeah, I
Yeah.
liked it. I liked how he looked in the early 2000s movies, even though
Oh,
they're
that was
trash.
great. The Fantastic Four was great.
You like the original Fantastic Four movie with,
Yeah, yeah,
Chris Evans?
yeah. They were great.
Um, I
Compared
disagree.
to Fan Four Stick,
Oh,
it was a lot better.
oh, compare to Fan Four Stick, they're like, masterpieces. They're like, works of art. Fan Four Stick, I don't even know what the fuck that is. Like, oh, I'm not supposed to curse on you too. Yeah, I don't know what the hell that was. Fan Four Stick. Like, oh, jeez. I hope like if they do anything, bring back the original Fantastic Four cast in Deadpool 3. Um, I have no interest in seeing Fan Four Stick. That movie should just be a film that should have just never existed. It exists in a negative alternate universe where no one goes to.
You reckon they're gonna make? I know no one's talked about this. I've just thought about something. You reckon they're gonna make references to other films that Fox has made that's separate from all the MCU stuff?
Yeah, yeah, that's the rumors. I heard like they're gonna bring like some MCU stuff in the film, and then they're also gonna do some other Fox properties in this movie.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah, because I know no one's ever mentioned that. So
Yeah,
there's
it
an
looks like
interesting question.
Yeah, it looks like in the trailer. I don't know if you want me to spoil it for you, but it looks like there's a Fox character in the trailer. Do you want me to tell you, or would you
Yeah,
rather?
yeah, go on. Yeah, yeah.
Okay. It
I'm gonna
looks like
get
there's.
spoiled anyway. It's social media.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna turn off social. I'm seeing I'm seeing it opening day at 3 o'clock. I'm like
Oh
one of the first
wow.
people that's ever gonna see Deadpool and Wolverine.
Oh wow.
Um, yeah. On July 25th.
You're on that grind.
Yeah, I don't want to get spoiled because I got spoiled for Endgame and I was so pissed, and ever since then, I watched big movies like this opening day, and I also see it for free too because I work in a movie theater, so I can see any movie in any format for free.
It's gonna be packed though, ain't it?
Oh yeah, 100%. I'm seeing in IMAX, and it's
Oh
gonna.
wow.
I booked them the tickets for 3 o'clock, like as soon as they were announced, and half of the theater was already filled up.
Wow.
Yeah,
You
I can't
reckon it's
imagine.
gonna be bigger than Inside Out 2?
What's that?
Inside Out 2's already got 1.1 billion.
Yeah, it was really busy. I remember working for Inside Out too. It was very busy for that movie. I think we're expected for Deadpool and Wolverine to be even bigger than Inside Out 2.
Bigger than Inside Out 2.
Yep, it's supposed to be as big as Barbenheimer
Wow.
from last year, Deadpool Wolverine. I think it has the potential to be the highest grossing rated R movie of all time. It might beat out Joker.
I don't know. Joker 2 might be pretty good.
Oh yeah, 100%. I'm excited for that. I think it looks pretty interesting. But
Despicable
Deadpool.
Me 4 might do pretty well.
I heard it's kind of mediocre in terms of
'Cause I know each one gets, I think, about 1 billion each. So it might just be Inside Out 2.
uh
Just.
possibly, yeah. I don't know how though. Like those movies are just like nonsense. They don't even speak English, the Minions. Like how did they make a whole movie with them just saying banana banana like the whole time?
I think it's the Minions and Steve Carell that really sells the movies.
Yeah, the Minions like they're a marketing machine. Like
Yeah.
they're and they
The
make those
amount of cops I see.
well for
in
Despicable Me.
Yeah, there's so many cops in the theaters.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of Despicable Me merch and stuff. But what was I gonna say? I completely lost my train of thought. We were talking about Deadpool Wolverine, right?
Yeah, yeah. I was talking about my predictions for the box office, and
Oh
if it's
yeah,
gonna beat it.
Yeah, it's gonna be pretty big. Deadpool Wolverine is expected to be like around the $1 billion mark, based off of what my bosses said. At Regal.
I mean, I'm hoping it's going to be $1 billion because that's most of the bigger MCU films are around the 1.3 billions.
Yeah, I think it definitely has the potential to.
I think it's
Um,
opening up with 250 million or its first weekend. I'm not sure.
yeah, it's like something around that ballpark.
Huh.
Yeah, I think it's going to be really a successful film. It'd probably be out Joker as the uh, highest grossing rated R movie of all time.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and I think we're expected to be this to be bigger than Barbenheimer, and I worked for during Barbenheimer last year, and that was madness. Deadpool Wolverine, I'm expecting it for it to be madness too.
What was
From
that like during Barbenheimer?
Oh my god, it was crazy. I had we had lines to the doors, and we also
Wow.
my theater we premiered it in 70 millimeters, so it made it even more crazy because we were one of 30 theaters in America to have Oppenheimer in 70 millimeter, and lines were to the doors. People were always coming to their movie late and getting mad when we took long to give them their popcorn and drinks and stuff.
Wow.
I had so many Karens that summer. I and I saw, like, really disgusting behavior from a lot of people. Like, I saw one person getting mad at another person in a wheelchair because they were ordering too long. I'm like, "These are monsters." Like, there's monsters coming to see these movies, like,
Have
Jesus
you seen
Christ.
the film Thanksgiving?
I haven't.
Ah,
I heard of it.
I'll have to send you that retail scene, but basically they break into this shop because they can't be asked to wait any longer during the Thanksgiving midnight, and they all break into the retail shop and just kill everyone because they're
Oh.
trying to get all like the merchandise and stuff, and everyone keeps snatching it off of them.
Yeah.
Everyone's just pushing and shoving and beating everyone up, trying to get all the merchandise off of them, so then they can go out and take the merchandise out of the store. No, it's just insane. I have to
Yeah,
say it.
yeah, that's, that sounds exactly like, Barbenheimer, and it sounds like it's gonna be the same thing for, Deadpool and Wolverine. And I worked,
So,
like
I saw a video of someone using a meme of the Spider Verse, and it's I think it's oh, what's he called? That's Spider Man 99. I can't remember what his name is now. The one that chases after, I think it's Miguel.
Yeah,
And
Miguel, Spider-Man
it's him
2099.
chasing after Miles, and it had the caption of "Oh, me coming after the last ticket of Deadpool and Wolverine."
Yeah, that's me coming after anyone who spoils it for me. Yeah, like, I still remember when I got spoiled for Endgame, I was like I also got spoiled for The Last Jedi and The Force Awakens too. Um, yeah, so ever since those movies, and now that I have enough money, like, I have jobs and stuff now, I can, get the movies opening day, so I don't get spoiled, you know?
Yeah.
But, anyway, what was I saying? Deadpool Wolverine. Yeah. Uh, yeah, it's gonna be really successful. And what else?
Do you think Dogpool's going to be as big of a promotional thing as they're making it out to be?
Dogpool?
Yeah, Dogpool.
I think so. Especially knowing Disney. Um, it's probably gonna be it's probably gonna be some sort of thing for I don't want to say
Like
for kids,
like
but
the Ewoks and the
Return of the Jedi.
oh, what are they called in the Last Jedi? Those Porg things
Porgs, yeah. And then also that robot in The Acolyte.
and the minions. I think it might be like a minion sort of thing now. We're just gonna keep using it.
Yeah. Yeah, probably. We're gonna see a lot of different Deadpool variants, I'm sure.
I heard one of the singers was going to be playing Lady Paul, but then I think the allegations got denied. I don't know.
Yeah, Taylor Swift.
Yeah,
Yeah, she's I hope she's
I,
not in the
I
movie, but
think she's denied it. I don't think they're actually going to be in the film now.
maybe. I wouldn't be surprised, but I wouldn't think I think that would be kind of distracting, you know. I'm kind of getting tired of a lot of trendy actors like Harry Styles and all of them. I'm kind of tired of them being in Marvel
I
movies.
think, was it Miley Cyrus is in the Joker film?
Is she really?
Am I right? Is it Miley Cyrus?
Lady Gaga?
Yeah, Lady Gaga, that's it, sorry.
Yeah, Lady Gaga's in the film, but she's actually like acting. You know, a lot of the times these celebrities that come into the Marvel movies are just there to be like, oh, look, it's Harry Styles, or look, it's this person, and they just play
Yeah.
themselves. You know.
I mean, I
I
think
mean,
Deadpool 1 and 2 did that for laughs with having Brad Pitt and stuff there.
yeah, it was funny when Deadpool did it, but
But
a
you
lot.
can get away with it because it's Deadpool.
Yeah, exactly. But then, like in She-Hulk, they had Megan Thee Stallion, and she was just. You remember? Did you watch She-Hulk?
No, I tried to avoid it.
Well, you know, I don't know if you saw the scene online. It went like viral with the scene where Megan Thee Stallion came in and they twerked with
Oh,
She-Hulk.
yeah. No, I didn't avoid that bit. That was everywhere.
Yeah, I remember. It's like why, and it's not even funny. You know, um, I guess they were trying to do something similar to what they did with Brad Pitt. Um, they just failed at it.
What else is there? What else is gonna happen in the film? I think I don't know if Professor X is gonna be in it. I'm not sure. I think the villain is Professor X's daughter.
Wait, what?
I think I'm not sure. I think in the comics it's her daughter, his daughter or something.
You think the bald lady's gonna be the villain?
Yeah, I
The-
think yeah.
Interesting.
Or they're gonna think it's the villain and it's actually gonna be someone else, like a
Right.
twist villain, you know.
Right. Yeah, that's yeah, that'll be interesting. Yeah, I'm not sure who the villain or what,
It
but
might be the TVA. So they might work with the TVA. They think, oh, you're really good guys, and then they're like, oh no, actually, it is the TVA, and then they all have to go back and fight the TVA.
is TVA known for being the bad guys?
I don't know. I think they're like in the middle
They're in the middle.
because they destroy worlds. So I'm not sure.
Right.
Like they read
Um
timelines, so I don't know if you count that as being a villain or not.
yeah, I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm just trying to think like I think yeah, she could possibly be the villain or maybe there's some sort of bigger threat in the movie that requires for the teaming up of Deadpool, Wolverine, and the death of the Vox universe.
It
Um,
turns out they're gonna go to Venom 3 worlds.
oh
They're gonna have
god,
three.
no, no, and then you see the it's Morbin time. That would actually be funny. That's something Deadpool would have, you know, with Morbius.
Yeah.
That would
People are
be hilarious.
saying that people are saying that circle they go into at the end of the trailer is actually going to end up them being on the end game battlegrounds.
Oh, that would be cool. That would be pretty cool. I would like that.
I don't
And
know
maybe,
because you can get away with anything in Deadpool and Wolverine because it's
yeah,
basically just a comedy that just takes a parody of everything.
yeah, it's a comedy, but it's also it looks like there's gonna be heart to the film too. Like, I hope they have like a nice balance of being like parody and being serious. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. But what I'm
Yeah,
saying is you can't take it as seriously as you do a film like Taken. You know.
yeah, exactly. Um, and it looks like they are trying to have some sort of real story in there with Wolverine and the death of his universe. But I also want to see some really hilarious things and fourth wall breaks and all that.
I'm just hoping they're not going to juggle too much for 2 hours.
Yeah, I'm a bit worried about they're gonna overstuff the film and a lot of the cameos are gonna feel really cheap. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
And
I mean,
I'm
from
just
the
hoping
trailers, the story looks very simple.
it does. Yeah. And a lot of the CGI looks kind of bad too. I don't know if that's because they're still working on it, but CG they still have that Disney Marvel problem where a lot of the CGI looks rushed. They're rushing out their films, you know. And you
Hmm.
also got to think about too that this was made during the writer's strike, so that's another
I
reason
don't
why.
think that's the editor's fault though, because obviously I heard about the conditions that editors have to go through and everything.
Oh yeah, it's not the editor's fault.
If you've seen reports on what happened with the Spider-Verse film.
Yeah, it's not the editor's fault at all. It's not even the CGI artist's fault. It's the studios. They rush out these things, and it's really annoying. It's a shame that they don't give their VFX artists more time, and same thing with like their directors and everything. I'm just hoping that this film wasn't too rushed, and I hope the writer's strike didn't affect it too much.
Yeah, hopefully.
That's another reason.
I think there's a ninja Deadpool as well at some point coming into the film.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think they're gonna have like 3 Deadpools and 3 Wolverine variants. I think
Oh,
they're
wow.
gonna be like, I think we've got Daniel Radcliffe as a Wolverine variant.
What?
Yeah, I think we've got the person who I think is it Henry Cavill.
Superman?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's gonna play a variant of Wolverine.
That would be pretty cool. I like
I'm pretty
that.
sure it's gonna be like 3 Wolverines and 3 Deadpools, and they're all gonna team up or something. I don't know.
Interesting.
That's why I'm hoping it's not gonna be too stuffed, because I'm hearing all these rumors. I'm like, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, I hope it's not too overstuffed too.
Who else is in the trailer? Obviously, like Deadpool's family, TVA.
Yeah.
Who are we missing? We've got the villain,
Um,
Pyro, Sabretooth.
Sabretooth,
I think is it X-23? The one that he fought in X-Man 2? I think she's
no, yeah, the lady with the fingers, and also it looked like Blade was in the trailer too.
Yeah.
The
Oh,
Blade
Blade.
from the TV series.
Oh no. That's not
Yeah.
going to be good, because you got the Blade film coming out, which I don't know.
Oh, that film is in development hell right now. That's another reason. Like, do you also feel like this film might be able to save the Marvel universe? Because right now, like Marvel they're losing money. They're on the decline in quality. They're just pumping out Disney Plus shows and making
I think Kevin Feige did say, I think he's the president of Marvel or something.
Yeah, yes.
He's definitely like a CEO or something. But he I think he did say, because he's seen the problem, and he did say that he's gonna, I think, wind it down to when they're only gonna do like 2 or 3 shows/films a year or something now.
Yeah. Yeah, he did say that they're gonna try to solve the problem. Same thing with the CEO, Bob Iger.
Yeah.
Yeah, he said they're gonna try to like dial it back a bit. But
Yeah.
what was I say? Dang. Yeah, I mean, the problem right now is quantity over quality. That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
What were we gonna say?
I think it's really interesting that they're making a Deadpool and Wolverine film, because you can't really do much for a Deadpool and Wolverine film, same as a Superman film, because the character is so indestructible. You haven't really got much stakes.
Yeah, that is true.
So you got to think about, what villain to use. You got to be careful what villain to use. Unlike with Spider-Man, for instance, where you can just throw him about and you're like, oh shit, maybe a few bones have been cracked. With Wolverine, he'll just heal in like 10 seconds. So you got to think like what enemy you've got to use, how you're going to make the story 1-2 hours without it feeling like overdone all the time.
Yeah, definitely. They're gonna have to definitely add a lot of character to the film. I mean, it is possible for them to both die. It's just a lot more. Like I think if you like cut Wolverine's head off or something, he
Yeah,
can
but
end
even
up.
then you have to like throw it, bury it in the ocean or something.
Deadpool, on the other hand, yeah, he just regrows everything.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I think
That's
if
why
you actually explode him, though, I think he would end up dying.
I don't know. They might actually do something like that. Just no, because they didn't. No, because if you watch Deadpool 2, he actually, I think he blows himself up and he still survives.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think if you watch the start of it, there's like a cigarette or something that goes into these containers and he blows up and he still survives before the credits.
Oh, wow. Yeah. So Deadpool's definitely indestructible. He's immortal.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like you got to be careful who you use, because it's just like, let's say you use someone like, I don't know, the Green Goblin. Like he's gonna be nothing compared to Deadpool.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Yeah, they definitely have to like add a lot of stakes. I don't know what the stakes could be, if that's um character related or just or whatever, you know.
Yeah.
But but yeah, so we'll see what happens with them. Hopefully, they're able to write some high stakes and yeah.
It's going to be very different for the character of Deadpool to be doing this sort of mission, because he's only done mercenary missions, and now he has to save worlds. Like,
He has to save the whole Fox universe.
yeah,
And he calls himself Marvel Jesus in the trailer. It's like a fourth wall break that he's gonna save like the Marvel universe because it's on a decline right now.
do you think the two worlds are going to collide? Like the Fox universe and the Marvel universe are just going to collide, and then that's going to be the end of the film, and then we're going to see like loads of different X-Men or something?
Um, I think they're just gonna end the Fox universe. I think all the characters. This is gonna be like a finale for them, and then Deadpool is gonna go to is gonna join the Marvel universe somehow. I
Like
don't
what
know
he did.
how.
Oh, what was it? Is it Crisis on Infinite Earths, where all the universes got destroyed and now there's only one universe?
Oh no.
It might do something like that. So where the
um,
universe is gonna die, and then we've got the other universe with all the X-Men are gonna die, and now there's just gonna be the MCU universe, and that's it.
I don't think they're gonna do that. I think they're gonna do that for Secret Wars.
Right.
I think something like that will happen for that. For this, I think they're just gonna end the Fox universe. I think Wolverine's gonna go his separate ways with Deadpool, and somehow he's gonna end up in the main MCU universe. And I think in the fourth film he'll team up with Spider-Man or something.
Yeah.
I think that'd be really cool. I think I would really like to see Spider-Man at some point team up with Deadpool because they team up a lot in the
I think
comics.
they are doing something like that with Daredevil and Spider-Man, where they're gonna do like a street hero. I think they're gonna do Daredevil Born Again, and I think they're gonna do Spider-Man 5 or whatever it is with Tom Holland, and then they're gonna do a Deadpool and Spider-Man film. I'm not sure yet, but I'm pretty sure I heard rumors about that. And
I
that's what
hope
they're
that
trying to set up.
yeah, I hope that's the case.
Because I keep seeing the Kingpin return to all these shows like Echo and that. So
Yeah, and he's planning on being the mayor.
yeah, so I think that's what they're planning on doing eventually.
Yeah, I hope so. I'm really excited to see him return and in Daredevil Born Again, and I think Kingpin will go up against Spider-Man at some point because Vincent D'Onofrio said that he wants to keep playing Kingpin until he can face up against Spider-Man. So I think that's what they're leading up to.
Yeah.
But yeah, probably gonna wrap up pretty soon. Is there any final thoughts you have about Deadpool and Wolverine?
Yeah. And I know it's a little bit off topic, but like you're talking about the planning and stuff of like the MCU.
Yeah,
Illumination has planned 100 years ahead.
Illumination.
Yeah, they've planned 100 years of movies.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah, the next 30 to 60 movies for the next 100 years they've planned.
Damn, that's
It's
what
all
the
it's all gonna be minions
oh god. Oh
for
no.
the next 100 years.
Oh geez, I don't think my brain can take that. If I start having kids and then they're gonna watch that, oh no.
The next like six, no, I think it's the next 60 films. Despicable Me related. It's all gonna be minions. This
Oh
is the
god,
last Despicable Me 4 film in the next 100 years.
I'm gonna have to ban my kids from ever watching Despicable Me. I don't think my brain could take that.
I'll have to send it to you, but yeah, I think there's a such thing as called over planning.
Yeah, that's kind of extreme. um,
Imagine if
yeah, I would
the
like.
MCU did that. Did 100 years of the MCU.
They did 10 years. They had a 10-year plan, and, I mean, it changed a bit on the way, but they had an end goal. They wanted to do Infinity War, and then they were like, "Fuck, what do we do now?" Or
Yeah,
s
yeah.
or so they were like, "Crap, what do we do now?" And then, now they're just,
To be fair though, I don't blame them because where do you go after Infinity War?
in my opinion, I feel like,
Like you've
um
done your big bad, you've done your massive story. Where do you go after that? Doctor Doom, maybe Kang,
I had an idea for it.
Galactus, like
I
yeah,
had I had like I made a video where I was like, "This is what they should have done next." I'm blanking on what I said, but after that, then they should the 3rd part of the MCU, part 3 should be multiverse. But I feel like for the 2nd part of the MCU, um, I forgot what I wanted them to do. But eventually, yeah, multiverse is the way they would eventually go. I feel like. I feel like they're doing multiverse too soon, though, in my opinion. I feel like multiverse should have been like chapter 3 of the MCU, if that makes sense.
yeah. I mean, they
Um,
started introducing it a little bit in was it phase 1 to 4 or something. So
a little
I don't
bit.
know. I don't know.
Yeah, just I think there's like just a little bit, but I feel like multiverse was never really Kang and multiverse. They never really set it up properly, and now we're just kind of like, what are we doing? You know,
I
there's like
think
no.
they're like we've got our fan base now. They're just gonna go to the cinema anyway, regardless. Like
Yeah.
I don't
Well,
know.
that hasn't been happening. Their plan of just making whatever has kind of failed, kind of backfired on them.
Yeah,
And I don't think the oversaturation is the problem. I feel like it's just the
it's what
quality.
they're in. Yeah,
Yeah, because they back then, I was like, I feel like the only person that was watching all the quote unquote MCU shows before Disney Plus. Like, there was a ton of shows that were supposed to be connected to the MCU, like Agents of Shield, Agent Carter. There was also the Runaways, Cloak and Dagger, all the Netflix shows. There was a lot of MCU shows back then. They just
Daredevil,
didn't. What's that?
the Daredevil show.
Yeah, Daredevil, all the Netflix. Yeah, Daredevil, Defenders, Iron Fist, Luke Cage, Punisher. Yeah, they were there was a lot of MCU shows back then, but they didn't like connect to the movies in a big way. I really liked how they were just like side stories, and those side stories were leading up to a big event of their own. You know?
Yeah, like if you're gonna have a 3 course meal, you have like your starter. You can have like an ice cream if you want. You know, that you got little like sections, you know.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
yeah,
Yeah, now these TV shows they feel like mini movies, and they don't feel like real shows. They just feel like they're either connecting to the movies, which sucks, or they're like 6 episodes and they're just rushed. You know, they don't feel like like a real TV show, if that makes sense. Like back in the day.
I mean 6 episodes really ain't that much if you think about it to a normal TV show.
Yeah,
Like
no.
let's say something like The Flash, which has like 22 episodes.
Yeah, exactly. And that's how the MCU should have made their Disney Plus shows. They should have made like a 13, 15 episode show, make it feel separate, like its own contained thing, and just try to tell a really damn good story, like what MCU TV shows used to do.
Yeah, I think that's what people were complaining about with Doctor Who now. Is that all the episodes have been cut down, so now it's like 4, 5 more episodes that they should have had that could have really explained the story better.
Yeah, exactly. It's Russell T Davies wrote series 1 as it had 13 episodes,
Yeah.
and we only had 8. I'm just a little worried for season 2, especially with introducing a new companion that apparently isn't the companion from Boom, which sucks.
I did
Um,
tell you they were going to do that.
yeah, you were right. You were right. Uh, yeah, I was just disappointed because I wanted a non 21st century companion. You know, I was really because that companion wasn't from the 21st century, the one from Boom. I thought that would have been really interesting.
Yeah,
But
they always do it. I don't know why they do it. They just always do it. They have a guest
yeah,
appearance, and then if the guest appearance is really, really positive or something, I don't know, then they get them back on for the show for the next series or future series, like Peter
yeah,
Capaldi.
yeah,
And they try and explain it away somehow, like did with Peter Capaldi.
Yeah, I don't think they ever explained Martha's thing, did they?
Yeah, I think that was her cousin.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess some people in the Doctor Who universe have identical twin cousins, I
Yeah,
guess.
apparently.
Um, but
You
yeah,
think any of the because we're talking about like the Deadpool heroes that are coming back. What about the villains? So like we've got I don't know, let's say they try and get a Spider-Man villain to come in there.
um, I think just the X-Men villains are gonna return, like Sabretooth. Hopefully, the Sabretooth from Origins Wolverine will return. Um, I
I
hope they
think it's
also
the same actor as well.
no, it's two different actors. The one from the original X-Men movie is returning in that trailer, and then there was another actor who was in Origins of Wolverine.
Oh,
Um,
right.
yeah, that was Wolverine's half brother. Um, I
Huh.
hope I hope that Sabretooth returns because I liked him better. Even though the movie was trash. Oh, also, I hope they bring in that Deadpool from X-Men Origins of Wolverine. That would be hilarious.
Yeah. I mean,
That
I'm
would
not
be
sure what to expect, to be honest, with this film. I'm excited, but I'm like,
it
ooh,
could
I don't want to set my expectations too high, just in
yeah,
case.
yeah, that's true. Yeah, the potential is like endless, you know?
But it is 2 hours, and we've only seen 2 minutes of the film.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Like,
guess
there's a lot in the trailer they haven't showed.
yeah, that's true. And we don't really have a good idea what the story's gonna be about either.
I mean, we've
Yeah,
got a somewhat story
a
where
little
like he
bit.
gets captured by the TVA, and then they go and find Wolverine, and then Wolverine finds this Ant-Man skull, and then they go up against this person, and then I think they talk a little bit more, and then they go and fight the big bad villain. I don't know.
Yeah, something about that. Something about he needs Wolverine though. Um, his universe is dying. Deadpool universe is dying based off the trailer.
Yeah,
Um, he needs to save his universe and friends.
we don't know why he needs to save his universe though.
Why he needs to save it?
Yeah, why he needs to save his universe? Like, what threat is it under?
Yeah, we don't know. We don't know that. Yeah, and
Like,
why
did
does the
actors
TVA
come in?
recruit?
Like, I don't know.
Yeah, there's
Is
a lot of
Godzilla come in? Like,
who?
Godzilla.
Oh, God. Yeah. Could literally be like many
I'd love to
different
see that
possibilities.
film. Deadpool versus Godzilla. That'd be great.
Yes. Yeah, that'll be funny. Or Deadpool versus Thanos. That would be pretty cool. I mean, that he did that in the comics. Deadpool. He I think he like took the Infinity Gauntlet and took Thanos' girlfriend too. He's
He's a
a
player.
yeah, he's a player. He's a Chad. But yeah, so yeah, I think there's a lot of different possibilities with this film. I just hope that it saves I mean it puts Marvel back on track because right now they're not doing so well. I don't remember the last Marvel movie I enjoyed or
I
the last
think
time
the
I was
one
excited.
coming after this one is Captain America.
Oh God.
I
Oh,
think
they
we got a trailer for that today as well.
yeah, I haven't gotten a chance to see it. I'm gonna see it after the stream. Um, but what was I gonna say? Yeah, that film was really concerning. I think that film's gonna be trash. The amount that movie has been reshot like 20 times. That budget is like 300, $400 million. It's gonna fail.
Jesus, that's a lot.
They basically reshot the movie like from beginning to end like 3 times. They
What?
it's
Just
gonna be like
cancel the movie at that point,
I know. They write it off as a tax write off or something.
or just turn it into a Disney Plus series or something, or I don't know.
Yeah, I'm really concerned about that movie. Like, how bad did was it where Disney was like, okay, we need to reshoot like
Well, to
90%
be
of
fair
this
though, they
movie.
did that with Daredevil Born Again, where they shot half the series and then they didn't like it, so they'd do the whole series again.
Yeah, they did. And the original idea for Daredevil Born Again pissed me the hell off. I was like,
I
you're
feel bad for the actors
oh, what do you mean?
because they have to go through all that.
Yeah, yeah, it sucks.
Like, I'd hate to shoot half a series and then I don't know, my boss to go, oh well, you know all that footage we did, yeah, we had to scrap that. Sorry, that's like
Yeah,
6 months of my life gone that
that's
I'm
true.
never gonna see. Like, that's just no.
Yeah, it's a shame, but it's Disney's fault. They should have just hired the right people from the start, you know?
And what
And
the actors go through as well, like it's not easy.
yeah,
Like
I
all the push-ups they have to do each day, all the pull-ups, the rigorous exercise, all the stuff they have to eat each day. Like no one sees any of this, but it's not easy.
no, I mean, being an actor myself, like I can't imagine. I never had to work on a project where I never got saw. Like, and you have to memorize these lines, you know?
Yeah,
Like, as
yeah.
a so they have to memorize a whole new script, and they're just being thrown right back into when they thought they
Oh,
were done.
and you're doing a take like 20 times a day for each scene.
Yep.
And you got lights in your face all the time. You always got makeup on you all the time.
Yeah, and you gotta get a whole crew back on there,
Oh
and
no.
they
That
don't
must
even
be
have a proper
exhausting.
what's that?
That must be exhausting.
Oh, yeah, 100%. I feel really bad for these actors, and, they have an idea that, they were pitched an idea that they were told was gonna happen, and it's, like, not happening now. It makes the actors lose faith, makes the directors lose faith. They had to hire new writers for this movie. This movie's gonna be a dumpster fire, I feel like. I really doubt that it's gonna be good, especially when they added another character into the movie now with Giancarlo Esposito.
Yeah.
Like, he wasn't originally in the movie, and now he's being added into the movie. Like,
Well, what do you think we're gonna get first? GTA 6 or Blade?
oh, GTA 6, definitely, because that's coming out in 2025. Blade's gonna probably come out in 2030. Like,
2040 at this rate.
yeah, I know. It's
That's if they don't just cancel it. They might just cancel it at this point.
Or just hire, I don't know, hire, like, good
Hire
writers, you
us.
know? Hire writers that, like, maybe that came from, like, A24 or something like that, make Blade into something really good. It sounds like they just are trying to rush the Blade movie,
You hear
and
what I
they're
said?
trying to 'cause you got Mahershala Ali on there, like, he's an Oscar-winning actor. He's expecting Oscar-winning stuff, that's why the movie keeps getting, like, thrown around, you know?
Yeah.
It's gonna be a rated R movie. I don't know why they can't just really try something meaningful with Blade, because that's what Mahershala Ali wants. And he's keep getting scripts that are like generic Marvel crap. That's like the
I
rumors
think
right now.
I think they're saying they're gonna get Wesley Snipes back in.
He might be in a multiverse movie or something, but not as the main Blade.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They might get him back in to try and help with the film.
Um, very, very possible. I doubt it though, because he's kind of trashed Marvel recently.
Hmm.
Especially with the Blade movie getting delayed and stuff. I don't know if we'll see him in anything Marvel anytime soon. Um, but what was I gonna say? Yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen with this Blade movie. I really don't think it's that hard to make a Blade movie. We got really solid Blade movies from the '90s. It's
I
just
mean, me and my mate came up with a vampire series in like 2 months,
yeah,
and we wrote like 6 episodes. Like, it's not that difficult to come up with a vampire-esque film.
exactly.
I mean, they made what 8 Twilight films, five Twilight films. Sorry, I'm just counting them now. Five
well,
Twilight films.
let's hope that Blade doesn't end up like Twilight. Let's just fingers crossed on that because Blade
Or
is
something like Abigail. That was a good vampire film that just came out recently. That was
Abby
great. Yeah,
Abigail.
Abigail. Yeah.
Let me look that up. I don't think I've heard of it. Abigail. No, I haven't, but it has good reviews. I gotta check that out.
Yeah, that was a great film that came out recently. To do with vampires. I think if they could do something like that with Blade, I think it would work really, really well.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. I think
But
there's a
it depends what age range they want to go for Blade. If they would do
it's gonna be
15 or
R.
12,
It has to be 18, 18 and up, or
they're not
17
going
and
to
up.
do an 18 film. Don't
Oh,
get
I
me
mean,
started.
like rated R, like
Oh
17 and
yeah,
up.
yeah, yeah, like 15, yeah, yeah.
Is the ratings different in the UK?
Yeah, so our rating for Oz is a 15.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Oh, in the US, it's 17.
Oh, right.
Yeah, oh, that's interesting. Wait, so what's 17? Is that like
So
TV?
we have Universal, which is a U. We have PG. Then we have pretty sure it's a G as well, which is Guardians, which also comes with Universal. Most of the time they're slapped onto the same DVD.
Oh, okay.
And then we've got a 12, a 15, and an 18. Sometimes 12A. Sometimes I think it's 15A. But yeah.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, we
What
just
about you?
have wait, what's up?
What about you?
Yeah, we have rated G, which I think is your version of U. It goes from G to PG to PG-13,
Yeah.
and then it's rated R. And then there's NC-17, which is rarely ever used. NC-17 is like 18 and up. And it's basically all nudity.
Yeah, I don't see many 18 films coming out. It's mostly all 15s and 12s.
Yeah, NC-17 usually it's really rare for a movie to be rated that.
So it'd be like GTA, The Boys, yeah, stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I think um Blade's gonna be a rated R film. It's gonna be I guess your version of 15.
Yeah, yeah.
Um
The same as
and
Deadpool then. Oh, rated.
yeah, Deadpool's gonna be rated R. And yeah, PG-13 is like the typical every MCU movie has been PG-13. The sequel trilogy, the Star Wars sequels have been PG-13. Um
I mean, that I think that'd be because of the guns and sometimes there's blood on people's face and stuff. Yeah.
yeah, PG-13 you could have mild blood and one F-bomb
Yeah.
and
Guardians had a lot of F bombs for a PG-13 film.
which movie?
Guardians 3.
It had one.
I'm pretty sure I had like 3 in there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm
Oh,
pretty sure it had 2.
the US version only had one.
Oh, I think the
Yeah.
UK version had like 3 in there.
What? I gotta come down to UK to see the real version of Guardians 3.
You can
Um,
research it, but I'm pretty sure it had 3. I might be.
oh, oh wow. What the heck? Why did they give you guys more F-bombs? Damn. Um, but what was I gonna say? Yeah, so yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen with Blade. And like I said, MCU is kind of in trouble right now. Deadpool 3 is it has to be the film that's gonna put things on track, you know?
I'll give you some good news. Captain Marvel 3 got cancelled.
Yeah, and Ant-Man
Ant-Man
4.
4. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a shame because Ant-Man 3 could have been really good if they just I don't know what the hell they did with that movie. That movie was awful. I watched that movie
It
with
was
my
mostly
dad.
just green screen.
It was. It was like Spy Kids 3D.
It was
I
like
felt
watching The Little Mermaid all over again.
Yeah, I watched that movie with my dad, and it was so cringe. We were cringing the whole time. And then yeah, and I remember the one scene in Ant-Man 3. He was like, "I got holes in me. Oh, look at me! I finally got." I'm like, "What am I
Yeah.
watching? Am I watching a Disney movie? Like, this is Pixar? What the hell is this?" It's and it felt like they were trying to do some sort of Star Wars thing with it, but it's
Yeah,
like,
and that same person also wanted to make Avengers Secret Wars. I'm like, oh,
yeah, hell no.
you got some balls.
Yeah, absolutely freaking not. The person that should do Secret they don't even have a director for Secret Wars. Like, what is Marvel doing? Like, I really
Apparently,
they're
they're shooting Secret Wars next year.
with who? What director? You got the way real movies
The
work.
actors, the actors are so skilled now; they're just gonna direct themselves.
At this point, I mean, like, yeah, it might have to be the case. Like, the way real movies work is you get a director 2 years in advance, and then you have them introduce the actors, and then they talk with the writing team. Like the way Marvel has been doing things, it's not how you make real films, and it's been showing. It looks like it's been put together by producers, by AI. A lot of these Marvel films
I
recently,
mean,
you
they
know.
are saying they're going to be using a lot more AI.
Oh, Dear Lord.
I think the BBC said that about Doctor Who recently, where they said they're going to use a lot more AI for promotional things.
Really?
Yeah.
And Russell T Davies is okay with that? The guy who's like, I won't say he's an activist, but um, he's like someone that stands up for things like this. He's actually okay with that?
Have you seen half the stuff Russell T Davies has said recently?
Yeah, I have. I mean, I know his stances on a lot of things, and he seems like he's someone that stands up for.
He's unpredictable.
Wait, has he said something that's like very, like right wing or something like that?
No, I think he's just a very unpredictable person with the things he comes out with in some of the Doctor Who confidential stuff.
Oh wow,
Have you seen it? The confidentials?
I have. I've seen some of the stuff. I've seen some of the things he said about the Timeless Child, like how he's not. He thinks it was executed poorly, but he likes the idea of the Doctor being adopted and tying it in with the companion. Um, I saw some of the things about what he said about Davros, which I thought was. I just disagree with his take on Davros. Um, you remember what he did with him?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. I did you like that or no?
No, no.
Yeah.
They
I
could have just set it in the past and just left it at that.
yeah, and he had to go overboard with it.
I think sometimes Russell T Davies needs a PR person
Yes,
or
definitely.
damage control. I think one of them two would help.
Yeah. I think it would be really cool to have him do a Marvel project one day though. Russell T Davies.
Oh, that could be interesting. I
I
don't think he's gonna be around long enough to do one
what do you mean?
because he is getting quite old now. He's in his 60s.
Yeah, a lot of writers do things till the day they die. I mean, look at what Ridley Scott's doing with Gladiator 2 at 86 years old.
Jeez,
Martin
86.
Scorsese, yeah, he's 86.
Jeez.
Yeah, and he hasn't made there's a reason why his movies aren't that good anymore. It feels like his time has passed, honestly. And then you have Martin Scorsese still making movies. He's in his 70s or 80s.
I'm pretty sure Robert De Niro's still making movies. He's like in his 80s now.
Yep. Yeah.
Uh,
A lot of these people work till the day they die.
I might be wrong then.
I mean, that's what usually actors retire a lot sooner.
I don't know because Michael Caine didn't retire till he was in his 90s, and
He was forced to
Bernie
retire.
Cribbins didn't stop acting till he died. So and he was 94 when he died.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, and they just keep acting till the end of time.
Yeah. Yeah, but I think it would be pretty cool for. They need someone like Russell. I know Russell T Davies is controversial, but they need someone
With a lot
that
of experience, yeah.
experienced, but that can write something that feels real. Because a lot of Marvel projects right now, they feel like they're being made by producers. There's no voice behind the camera. The actors feel like they're just reading the script and not instead of acting. You know,
Yeah.
I just hope Marvel gets back on track.
They
And
need someone like Jordan Peele. I think he'll be good as a.
yeah, someone that has like an artistic that has a voice. And Sam Raimi, he's someone that has a voice, but he was given a script already. He didn't. It's not his film. I mean, he added some things to it when he did Doctor Strange: Multiverse of Madness,
Yeah.
but he was given the script already. He wasn't able to make a Sam Raimi film. You know.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of difference between. I mean, don't get me wrong. Actors can get into doing producing roles and directing, but I think there's some people out there who just only have one skill set and they don't have like the mindset to be a director.
Yeah. Yeah.
I
One
think
hundred
that's where
percent.
some of the producers, mainly on the film, I don't know. Maybe there's communication issues. Who knows? Not they're never gonna say, but maybe that's why because they're hiring producers that don't have that mindset to be a director.
Yeah. Yeah. 100%. They're hiring directors that are yes men. They're
I'm just
hiring.
trying to be unbiased as possible because I don't know what happens behind the scenes.
Oh yeah, neither do we. But from like the looks of things, it's like based off what the directors say, it sounds like a lot of the directors for these Marvel projects, except for like James Gunn and um yeah, like most of the directors. Oh, and Black Panther director, I forget his name. Ryan Coogler, I believe his name is.
I don't know. I don't really watch
Um,
the Black Panther films. I wouldn't know.
yeah, I think his name is Ryan Coogler. They're like the ones that have like actual voices within their films, and they're able to avoid the Marvel producers always up in their ear, you know.
I think it's the studios above them that doesn't help. Because you have like companies. I think if you look at like the Battle of the Five Armies, for instance, and The Hobbit, when they're making that film, you had companies all over saying, or like the Doctor Who movie, for instance. I think that's a better example. When they were making that, you had companies all over the world saying, "No, I want this. No, I want that in the film." So maybe that's why the films don't end up as good as it could.
Yeah, yeah, that's probably true.
Because loads of these companies want different things in the films and they need to sell it to an international audience, not just American audiences.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
Because people they don't realize that it's international. These films, it's not just to America or to Britain or whatever.
Yeah, they have things for different countries a lot of the times in this film. Like they really try to market towards China, I think too. Like they try to have things in the film for like a Chinese audience and for because China they make a lot of money from China with a lot of these films.
I think Transformers is the best one for that.
Why? What about Transformers?
I think it's marketed towards a more China audience.
Oh,
The
really?
films, yeah.
Oh,
I'm
interesting.
pretty sure if you look at like the statistics behind the ones that watch all the Transformer films, I'm pretty sure it's more the China population.
Oh, wow, interesting. But what was I gonna say? Yeah, yeah. Dang, what was I gonna say? Uh, yeah. Is there any final thoughts on Deadpool and Deadpool and Wolverine?
Do you think there's going to be a lot of swear words in this film?
Yes, yes. There's definitely going to be. We already heard a lot of some of it in the trailers, which is amazing. I
Because
think
I was thinking, because now it's in the MCU and not Fox anymore, so it's completely different. Like as you were saying in the trailer, there's a lot of things you can't get away with now as you could in the Fox films, like with
yeah.
the cocaine stuff and everything. So I was thinking, like, they're very brave selling it to an MCU audience now with all the swear words in, to a younger audience than they am to the, I guess you could say, more mature audience with the Fox films.
I think I think they're gonna try to I think they're gonna try and aim this towards MCU and X-Men. I mean, and Deadpool fans. They know that Deadpool fans. There's a big audience for that, you know. And
Yeah,
then they also know not every MCU fan is kids.
yeah.
Most of the MCU fans have grown up. You know, that's why a lot of people have also had a problem with MCU recently because the kid audience that grew up with these films are now adults and they want adult content. And um, I think this
Yeah,
film
but
will
then
bring.
you also got to cater towards kids as well because they were your primary audience to begin with. So it's sort of
Yeah,
that's 22 situation.
yeah. I think but also like the kids that they marketed to that grew up on the Infinity Saga, they're all adults like me. Like now, I was a kid when I first started watching this, and I'm sure there's a lot of kids now that are um jumping on the MCU train. But there's a big audience that are adults now, like you and me, who grew up with these films, and now we want more adult content. They should be making content for everybody. You know what I mean? Like
I
something
think
like
it's
the
the same
Marvels.
with a lot of things now with Star Wars and Doctor Who, where they're making it, I guess, geared towards kids more now. But then the audience that have already grown up with it are like, okay, but where's my mature content now? Like, where's it at?
I feel like with Star Wars, they're making content for everybody. Like Andor's very adult.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah.
I feel like in my opinion, I think Star Wars. I know a lot of people have problems with it right now. I think they're doing a lot more good things than bad things. And I think they are at least trying to make things for different audiences. Like Andor's for adults, original trilogy fans. The Acolyte, even though we can debate if it's good or bad, it's geared towards prequel fans.
Yeah.
Kenobi's geared towards both original trilogy and prequel fans, and that show was pretty dark. The Kenobi, like
Yeah, it was, yeah.
people crap on that show, but you got Darth Vader.
That Darth Vader scene was mad.
Yeah, he was cracking heads. He was cracking like little kids.
It
I'm
was like
like,
that. It was like that. What's it? Hallway scene again.
yeah, yeah. I have problems with Disney right now, but I mean,
I heard they're doing a Darth Vader film.
I think they were talking about possibly doing a TV series with Darth Vader, but I don't think they're gonna do that anymore. Yeah, right now after the Acolyte, they're gonna do the Skeleton Crew show,
Oh
and
yeah, I
then
think they released a Lego set on that.
oh, they did.
Yeah, I think so.
I'm pretty excited for that show. It's supposed to be like Stranger Things, but in the Star Wars universe.
I'm excited for the Lego one. I think it's Rebuild the Galaxy. That looks quite cool.
Which era does that take place in?
I think it's a bit of both. So I think they're just like making a parody of it 'cause it's Lego. I don't
Oh,
know.
oh, that's cool.
So they got like they got the Millennium Falcon, but it's black. You got Darth Vader being white.
What?
Yeah,
Oh yeah, you gotta send me this when this comes out. That's pretty. Send
it
me like
comes
a.
out in like 2 months, I think.
Is this a movie thing or is this like a set?
No, it's actually going to be like a movie. I think it's going to be on like Disney Plus or something.
Oh wow, yeah, yeah. Send me the thing once this or text. Let me know when it's like when it
I'll
comes
send you
out.
the Lego set and see what you think.
Yeah, definitely. That sounds pretty unique. It kind of sounds like when they did that like Lego Star Wars holiday special with the World Between Worlds. Do you remember that?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. I enjoyed that.
You got another Lego set with the X-wing and TIE fighter, and you can like take off the X-wing wing and put the TIE fighter wings on there. It's so cool.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. See, like with Star Wars, I feel like for better or for worse, I feel like I wish Marvel would do a lot what they're doing. Like they're making adult content, they're making content for kids, and they're making content for people in the middle. They're also allowing their directors, again for better for worse, for the most part, voices in the projects.
Yeah,
Like Leslie Headland definitely you can hear her voice being heard in that project.
yeah.
Andor. Do you like the Acolyte?
I've avoided it. I've heard
I
nothing but bad things.
I have been watching it. I'm someone that's enjoyed most of the Star Wars shows, but it's not good. It's not good. And
I think with Doctor Who, it's a little bit different because you've only just got the main show now. You haven't got any spin-offs really.
yeah,
Whereas before you had Class, you had Sarah Jane Adventures, Torchwood.
Doctor Who should.
Now you just have the main show and that's it.
Yeah, exactly. Doctor Who should just be for the same audience that it's always been for. Like it's a family show, right? It's a family show
Yeah.
that's kind of geared towards. I feel like in the Stephen Moffat era, it was geared towards teenagers. I feel like. Did you get that vibe?
I think it's more. I don't know because I think with Stephen Moffat and Russell T Davies and Chris Chibnall, they're all completely different writers writing different genres.
Yeah.
So Stephen Moffat's writing fantasy, like fairy tales, and then Russell T Davies wants a more realistic sort of feel to the show. He wants he doesn't want that fairy tale element. He wants the worlds to he wants the world to feel more real, more like in real life.
Yeah.
And then I think Chris Chibnall wanted a more drama like Broadchurch.
He did drama.
Yeah, he did Broadchurch.
No, I mean that's what Chibnall's goal was.
I don't know. From what I've watched of Chris Chibnall, I think he wanted a more serious approach to Doctor Who, and I'm trying to say that with a straight face.
Yeah, I was gonna say he definitely got some sort of approach going. I don't know if it was drama, maybe drama within the fan base. He did a good job doing that. I think he wanted to stir up a lot of debates and fan arguing. So guess he accomplished his goal, I guess. But yeah, back to yeah, we went off. Sorry, whoever's watching. I see there's 2 people watching. Appreciate you guys checking out the stream. Please comment if you have any questions. But
But yeah,
we're gonna
there's not much else to really
yeah.
talk about the trailers because we haven't really been shown that much, and that's not a bad thing.
Oh yeah, it's great. It's really great.
Because there's so many trailers I see nowadays. I don't know if you get it too, but I'm watching it and I'm like, oh, I've watched the whole film now.
Yeah. Yeah, that's why I don't watch full trailers of anything anymore. I just watch like bits and pieces of a trailer. I'm like, oh wow, if that looks good, then
I don't
I'm
know
gonna
if
watch.
you've seen the trailer for Twisters, a
I
tornado.
have.
It looks really good. I don't know what you think.
Yeah, I think it's a kind of a pointless sequel, but it does
There's,
look good, yeah.
wait, there's a prequel to Twisters?
A sequel. I mean, yeah, this is a sequel to the original movie Twister.
It is. I didn't
Yep.
even know there was a prequel. I thought
Yeah.
this was a standalone film.
No, it's
I'm gonna have to buy that on Amazon then.
it's on Netflix right now. I don't know if it's in the
Oh.
Netflix on the UK.
Oh wow, I'm gonna have to watch that before this film now. I didn't even know that.
Yeah, it's another film that's getting a millionth sequel. I'm actually releasing a video tomorrow about how there's a sequel problem in Hollywood right now.
Oh yeah, because you've got obviously you've got Shrek 5 coming out now.
Shrek 5, Toy Story 5, Gladiator 2, which looked like the most pointless crap I've ever watched. The trailer from the trailer. That's another.
Transformers 1. No, not Transformers. Transformers 1.
We're having another Transformers movie coming out.
Yeah, before the
Oh.
Transformer film, Transformer 1.
Oh my god! And then we're also Terminator's getting rebooted. Harry Potter's getting
Alien.
rebooted.
I think Alien's a sequel. Alien Rhombus, I think it's
Yes.
called.
Yep, we're having another sequel with that film. Beetlejuice is getting a sequel. Yeah, that's my video coming out tomorrow.
Despicable Me 4.
And
Kung Fu Panda 4.
Yep. Yep. And then there's also Highlanders. Do you know Highlander? You know that
There's,
Highlander?
I might have heard of it.
Oh yeah, that's getting a reboot. Mad Max got another movie. It's a prequel that came out, Furiosa. Yeah,
The
it's
Meg
like
2
it's
came out last year.
what came out last year?
The Meg 2.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's getting a sequel.
Ant-Man 4 or 3.
I don't really count superhero movies because they're like telling their own thing. But
Creed
like,
3 came out last year.
yeah, Rocky franchise. I really like Creed.
I'm
3,
pretty
though.
sure there's a Five Nights at Freddy's 2 coming out soon.
Yep.
Godzilla versus Kong, that's another one.
Yeah.
The New Empire. So there was a Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes film as well.
Yep.
And Inside Out 2.
Inside Out 2 that came out 10 years after the original.
Yep.
Yeah. So yeah, that's my video for tomorrow.
I mean, we got Back to Black, so we're getting like I think it's biopic films with like singers that are like single films.
Yeah. I just saw that movie too. That was pretty good. The Back to Black.
We
movie.
got Bob Marley and stuff. So I suppose that's like they're not going to make sequels of that. I heard they're making 4 Beatle films.
Really?
Yeah.
I know that they're making the Michael Jackson film. I'm pretty excited for that one.
Oh, and they're making another Jurassic World film as well.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, see, what are they doing? Like, there's just too many sequels. Unless, I mean, there is original content being made that's great, but it's being oversaturated with
Another Lord of the Ring film coming out.
Yeah, and then we have the prequel series too, Rings of Power.
Yep. But I mean, that's what people want, ain't it? They want sequels. They don't want original films. They want properties that they've already fell in love with.
Not really. Like, box office is showing that a lot of people don't want these constant sequels and prequels. And
I mean, Endgame did really well. And Avatar 2 did like one of the biggest films ever.
Yeah, I'm not saying
I don't know. So sometimes sequels can do really, really well.
Yeah, I'm not saying all sequels need to not happen. Like, and I wasn't really counting superhero movies, but I was more talking about like Beetlejuice 2. Like, why are we getting a sequel to Beetlejuice?
Yeah. I was watching a trailer for that, I think today, because I went and watched Despicable Me 4.
Yeah.
And it came up and I was like, why? What's the point?
Yeah, Gladiator 2 really doesn't need a sequel. I don't know if you saw that trailer.
No, I
It,
haven't seen it yet.
they played rap music in it, and the sequel,
Why?
and the sequel looks exactly like the first movie, but with new characters and Pedro Pascal and
They
another
might as well
franchise.
just made a remake.
Yeah, it looks like it's a remake of the movie. And the point I was saying, like, I feel like 20% of the sequels that are being made, not including superhero movies, deserve to be made.
Yeah.
80%, there's no reason for them making it. Like Furiosa, the Mad Max prequel, I feel like there was no point
I
of
think
that movie.
Furiosa is actually an alright film.
It was all right, but I feel like that could have been better as a TV series, or
Oh yeah, definitely, yeah.
like why? It was so weird that
Well, Chris Hemsworth probably got a good paycheck out of that though.
oh yeah, definitely 100%. And then the
So
Harry
these big films, they don't get because let's say because Ryan Reynolds I think gets like 100 million per Deadpool film. So
Yeah, he makes a lot of money from
so him
Deadpool.
him doing another Deadpool film is like yes,
And he's a producer on it too, and he's a writer, so he makes
yeah.
money doing that too.
And he also has 5 companies as well. He owns 5 companies.
He owns a football team too,
Yeah, I know.
or a soccer team with the guy from
Yeah.
It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
I'm pretty sure I looked at his net worth and it was like 365 million or something.
Yeah, he's living life right now.
Yeah.
He's living the dream. But yeah, I think the most egregious example of what they're doing right now is with like Harry Potter. Like
Oh, yeah, TV
doing a Harry
series, yeah.
they're doing a Harry Potter reboot for some
Yeah.
reason.
Yeah,
Like
TV series.
like what the hell? I was
Uh,
so pissed off.
yeah, but these ones, see, you have to get it. These ones are based on the books.
So what were the movies based off of? Magazines? Like
Loosely
oh,
connected to the books. These ones are
oh
actually based on the books.
it's bull
So they're
crap.
turning page to screen this time.
They're
Everything you've seen on the page is turning into screen.
I think the Harry Potter movies were close enough to the books where they don't need a
Which
reboot.
defeats the point of having the books then, don't it? If you've already got it on the screen.
Exactly. Exactly.
Because
They're creatively bankrupt. It's I'm
you
not
don't even
on
need to write a script. You can just have the book and have the actors and the directors read the book and just
or
say, look, like this is what we're filming. It's right here in the book. No
yeah,
script needed.
and you're not going to beat the original cast. There's so much to tell in the Harry Potter universe. Like we can tell a Voldemort series, we could tell a James Potter TV show or movie,
Oh yeah, that would be great.
the beginning of Wizards, the end of Wizards. You know, you
Um,
can go so Harry Potter lore is
to be
so rich.
fair, Fantastic Beasts didn't do that well.
That's because I don't know what they were. I personally like those films, but I mean they did have issues, especially the second film. I
Yeah.
couldn't tell what they wanted to tell. Did they want to tell a story about beasts or did they want to tell a story about Grindelwald? You know, it's like they combined the two.
And then they
And
replaced Johnny Depp in the third one.
yeah, but to be fair, I like Max Mikkelsen more than like I don't think Johnny Depp should have gotten fired, but to be fair, I think the Grindelwald was better in the third film, and they did a better job fleshing out the relationship between Dumbledore and Grindelwald.
And they're making a Johnny English 4 as well.
Which Johnny English?
Rowan Atkinson.
I don't think I've ever watched that.
He
Johnny
plays
English.
he plays Mr. Bean.
Oh, they're making another one.
Yeah, they're making so he does a series of it's a British spy called Johnny English,
Yeah, I
and they're
looked it
making
up.
another one.
Interesting.
So yeah, I think Hollywood is just currently just remaking so many films.
They're on like it's like a drug for them. They can't get
But
off.
to be fair though, I don't blame the actors for signing on to these sequels because they probably do make a lot of money.
Oh yeah, I don't blame them at all. I feel like I said, I feel like a lot of them, not all of them, but most of the sequels and reboots and prequels are just pointless. They don't need to exist. And I feel like a lot of that money could be going towards more original content. And it showed last year, like this year, Ghostbusters bombed at the box office. Or sorry, yeah, Ghostbusters bombed this year. Last year, Indiana Jones bombed. But you know what made a lot of money? Oppenheimer and
Um,
Barbie, original
oh
content.
yeah.
So I think studios are going to soon realize that no one wants these pointless sequels, and most of the time they end up being bad. And I think they're gonna start making more content like Oppenheimer, Barbie. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like what was that, biopics, and I think Barbie did really well because the actors that were in it as well.
Yeah, but it was also just a really good. I mean, it wasn't a really great movie. I think it was a solid movie, but it felt like a real film. You know, it could have
Yeah,
easily been an easy cash grab where they hired directors that had no soul behind the camera. You know?
I think we need films like The Prestige again.
Yeah. And I
Th-
mean, we still do get films like that, like A24, but for better or for worse, they're pumping some really artistic and creative films, you know?
I think the last film I watched from them was Rye Lane. That was a good film.
Um,
I'm not sure
I
if
don't
they made it or someone else made it.
I don't know if I watched that. I know like some of the films that I really love from them is like, did you ever watch After Sun?
Yes, I did. Yeah,
That film is one of my all-time favorite films. They made Everything Everywhere All at Once. That was pretty good. Um,
yeah, that did really well. That film.
yeah, and I think won Best Picture too.
Oh wow.
Um, yeah, see, there are original films being made. There's just way too many sequels in my opinion. I don't think Hollywood's dead like some people are saying it. I just I believe that we just need less sequels
Oh,
and
and they're also making another Final Destination and Scary Movie film as well.
yeah, see, it's like it's too much, especially with after I saw that Gladiator 2 trailer and I saw that Harry Potter is creatively bankrupt because for some reason they want to tell the exact same story that we got
Yeah,
13 years ago with a whole new cast. And also, I'm guessing this is going to kill the chance of any hope for a Harry Potter sequel series with the
yeah,
original
probably.
cast. I really want like
They could have just done it a whole lot worse. They could have just got the play and just turned that into a screenplay, like The Cursed Child.
oh no. Oh,
They could have been worse.
I oh no.
Oh
I think
no, I
that
gave them ideas. Damn.
I think that I think The Cursed Child and The Timeless Child are, like, ranked as my least favorite things my favorite franchises have ever done. That
I'm just hoping that they don't listen to that idea and go and just phone up like their manager, yeah, and just say, like, we've got a new film idea. Let's do The Cursed Child.
fuck. No. But there's only one story, so they couldn't I would think they would come up with, like, a new Harry Potter sequel idea, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
something
but
that's not
it's just easier, isn't it? Just to like get someone else's property and just write more stories on that, because then you don't have to think of more ideas for a new film.
Oh, yeah, yeah, exactly, they're being
It's so
lazy.
much easier.
It is easier, and they're gonna make probably I hope that TV show I don't wanna hope for a show to fail, but I kinda do hope it fails because
Oh, and Moana 2 is also coming out.
which movie?
Moana 2.
Yeah, another sequel. I mean, I think Moana's worth having sequels though, but like Toy Story 5, it ended in 2013. Why are we having a third ending? Because they said, no, this is the true ending to the Toy Story franchise. Because the fourth one was supposed to be an ending, and now we're getting a fifth one, or we're gonna get a sixth one that's supposed to be an ending too.
I
Like,
think there's like another 4 Godzilla films coming out as well.
yeah, it's too much.
I think the next one's gonna focus on Godzilla, and then the other one's gonna focus on King Kong again, or something. I don't know anymore. There's
Yeah.
so many films.
And I think Shrek. I'm actually okay with them having a new film because I don't know if you saw the Puss in Boots film. That's
Yeah, I
probably
did. Yeah,
that
that
was
was great.
that was great, and I'm actually kind of excited for Shrek 5 now because I think maybe they could do something good with it. Because I mean, the last few films weren't that great, you know.
You know what's annoying? So let's say when we have kids, yeah, in like I don't know, a couple of years time, whatever, and
Yeah,
and they want to like watch these films, yeah, they're gonna have to watch through like 8 films just to get to the ending.
yeah,
It's gonna be annoying because so let's say you want to watch I don't know the Godzilla films for example, you're gonna have to watch like 10 films just to finish all of them.
and most of them are gonna be pointless too.
Yeah, yeah,
You gotta watch like the same movie 3 times to watch the next movie.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and
You can add that to your video as well.
yeah, yeah, I already have it made. I gotta finish editing it, and it should be coming out tomorrow around 12 my time, I think. Um, yeah, and then yeah, it's annoying topic, right? Because I saw that Gladiator 2 trailer, I was like, all right, I gotta make a video because this is too much, you know. And then with
Oh,
the Harry Potter,
and we've got Venom 3.
I feel like that's okay. I don't really count superhero stuff as
Yeah.
I think my problem is the pointless sequels, not sequels in general. Like,
Well, like
we-
Godzilla and Kong New Empire.
yeah, like how many Godzilla movies do we really need? How many? Why was there Indiana Jones 5? Why was there Ghostbusters 4? You know, why did we have that reboot back in 2016 and then the third movie and then bringing back Terminator again? Like, how many times are we gonna bring back this dead franchise? You're like beating a dead corpse at this point. It's dead. Why are
I
you
think Star
reviving
Trek
it?
gets rebooted like 20 times as well.
Yeah, and then they had Star Trek Picard, that which was like the sequel to Next Generation. Um, yeah, then Star Trek movies. I actually like Strange New Worlds. That was
You got the
actually
Fast and Furious films.
yeah,
They're on
that's
like 11 now.
we're going on 15 films of this thing, and it's like next we went into space with cars, and well, what's next? We're gonna hop between universes. We're gonna hop into the Marvel universe, and it's like we're family, the family universe.
I can see that happening in Deadpool and Wolverine.
Oh, that would be great. You just have Vin Diesel's character come up and like we're family. It's like, bro.
The John Wick series, we're on like 4 films now. We've got like 2 spin-off series.
Yeah, I feel like John Wick stuff. I feel like those are.
The
I think those are.
Transformer films, they're milking that till it's dead.
Yeah, I
We've got
hope they
like
don't milk it,
6
but
Transformer films now.
yeah, Transformers have been. They need to. And I never liked them because they're just
You got
CGI.
Transformers 1.
Yeah, yeah, we're starting it over again. It's like studios don't have patience to wait for a proper reboot anymore, do they?
No.
They gotta reboot like, and then we got the Wizard of Oz coming out this year. They're
Oh
doing
yeah, that one, yeah.
they're rebooting the prequel that came
Oh
out
no,
10
that
years.
was a play, I think, Wicked. So
No,
literally
what?
just that I think pretty sure Wicked was a play.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I think they're just using the screenplay that they got and they're just turning it into a film.
It looks like it's the exact well, they're doing a two-part thing. The first part is a prequel, and the second part is a retelling of The Wizard of Oz.
Wonka did really well. I think that was
Oh,
in my theaters for like a good 3 months.
yeah, Wonka did well. I liked Wonka. I thought it was a solid prequel. Um, I think that was a film worth being made, in my opinion,
Yeah, yeah.
because it wasn't a retelling of the original story. It was something new, you know.
I think Elvis did well, what Top Gun?
Top
Top
Gun
Gun
was
was the
great.
sequel.
Top Gun, I feel like first off, I feel like there should have been a sequel that came out a long time ago, but I
I
feel like
think they're
they
making
did.
another Top Gun film as well.
Oh no. No, 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 no. This film was great. If they're gonna do another Top Gun, they gotta wait another 20 years and wait till Tom Cruise is like in his 60s or 80s, and
I
he's
think Super Mario movie. I think they're making like at least 5 of them now. I think they're making another 5 Sonic films.
yeah.
It's never
But
gonna end.
nope. Well, I think studios are gonna learn soon that original content like Oppenheimer and Barbie, Dune. I think they're gonna realize that those are going to be the way for the future of cinema. I think by 2028, these sequels, these pointless ones, are going to end.
I think by the time we have kids and they get to our age, they're gonna have to watch 20,000 TV shows, 10 movies, 20 side quest TV shows just to get to the actual like film in the theater. You know.
Yeah. Well, I'm just showing my kids like the stuff that's actually good. I'm not showing I'm not showing them any of this.
I did. I saw Mufasa today in the there's a trailer for it. It looked
Yeah.
horrible.
Why? Why are we doing a Mustafa?
It looked
What are we doing?
absolutely horrible.
And the main problem is this is mainly Disney problem. It's mainly Disney that's doing this. Not I mean, a lot of studios are having this problem, but Disney just can't help themselves. Every project that they have is getting some sort of sequel or reboot. They're rebooting the Incredibles movies. Like I'm just I'm just so tired of it.
Yeah, no, it's just there's so many.
Yeah. Like I made a list for my video. I put 100 films the last
100
10 years.
films.
I was able to put 100 films that were rebooted, sequelized, or
That's
prequel.
insane.
in 10 years.
No.
There's 100 films on my list that have had sequels.
Wow.
It's too, and then I looked like before that, like early 2000s, 90s, 80s, there were more original films than sequels. Now we have more sequels than original films.
That's insane.
And the sad part is originality, creativity, it still exists in Hollywood. We see it all the time in A24. We see it with stuff like Oppenheimer. I don't know if you saw the Bike Riders movie. That was a really good movie that
That
came
was
out this year.
great.
That was a great movie. You know, there's still really good movies being made. A Quiet Place was really original.
Oh yeah.
A Quiet Place
That,
was
that,
a
that, that,
really
that was a great film. I mean, especially for a prequel film as well.
yeah, exactly. Like they're cooking up something new with that. 1917. That was like a
Oh
really
yeah. That was great. I think that film was all in one take as well, wasn't it? Or
it
supposed to be.
it's supposed to be. It's supposed to look like it's all in one take, and it's not actually. They have like 20 different spots where they cut out, but
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
yeah, but it's really it's something new and creative, you know. So I'm kind of I kind of tired of the narrative that Hollywood's dead, you know.
Yeah.
But but there is a sequel problem. That's what my main point was trying
I
to say.
think Megan did really well in cinema.
Yeah, Megan did good.
Mean Girls. I don't know how that did well for you lot.
I think it didn't do well. That's another. I saw that movie with my girlfriend because she wanted to really see
Yeah,
that,
yeah,
and I was
same.
like, no, the original's a lot better.
Again,
But
that's another one they're rebooting, Mean Girls,
yep,
because they made 2 movies of that, and now they're making another one.
yep, yeah.
I feel like why they do it is for a different generation, for those who didn't get to watch the last ones,
But yeah, usually
but with higher graphics this time.
yeah, but it hasn't been that long. Like for me, a reboot to be deserved, it needs to be like 40 or
Like Beetlejuice 2, for example, because that's been like 30 years.
yeah. But why is there a sequel now? You know, it's like, and of course, it's coming out in the age where there's all these sequels. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The time for a Beetlejuice sequel kind of passed, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think it should have came out maybe 2010.
Yeah, 2010 at the latest. You know,
I think
But-
if you're gonna make a reboot, fair enough, do it for a different generation.
yeah, or do
But
something
like,
new.
don't do a sequel like 20 years later, because they're just, oh no, it's just like it's like what they did with Incredibles and Incredibles 2. There's like
Yeah,
13 years between the films.
yeah. It was a long time between the first and the original and the second one.
But I understand why, because of all the other projects. Because I see why now, actually, why the sequels take so long. Because they have so many other projects to do in between, let's say Beetlejuice 2 and Beetlejuice 1, that they never got around to making Beetlejuice 2.
Beetlejuice 2, the reason why it was never made is because Tim Burton never wanted to do one, but then the studio wanted to make another one because they're like, oh, we have a list of we have like a franchise that never got a sequel. Let's make a sequel out of it. That's exactly what happened. That's what Tim Burton's saying. It's like, well, if you're going to do it without me, then I might as well make it then. You know what I mean?
Hey,
Because
Jenna Ortega's in it as well.
yeah, from Wednesday.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
kind of,
she's a great actress as well.
yeah, she's a really great up and coming actress, but it's kind of a shame that, that they basically forced Tim Burton to do this sequel, and I hope it's good. And I do have some faith behind it because it's Tim Burton. But it it's like why couldn't you use that money for something more original? You know what I mean?
Because that's a lot of money. Like if you think about it, like what's a normal film like? 150 million. Like, that's a lot of money.
For a budget or for
Just for in general, like just for a project.
yeah
But then
yeah
you got to think about it. You got to pay all your staff. You got to like pay all the trips and everything else. Like that's the entire budget for a film. Like
yeah, and TV shows are that budget too. The Acolyte was 180 million.
it's
I
a
don't know
lot.
where. Yeah, it doesn't look like 180 million, so it looks as cheap as a CW show, but yeah, it's a 180 million show.
I mean, to be fair, the money probably went towards the editors, paying them.
I honestly think
I don't know.
I think it went towards the advertisement, honestly. But what there wasn't
Yeah,
really much
that
advertising.
does cost a lot. I think that cost at least like 20 million, 40 million per film.
Yeah.
Like, it's quite a lot because you got to show it on TV. You got to show it like everywhere. Like it's just you got to do statues for them. Got to do billboards. Got to keep it up on the billboards and pay the people for the billboards to keep it up there.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you got to pay like a fee to keep advertising the ads on the television for like days on end. Like it's not cheap.
No, it doesn't. But yeah. So that's my video coming out tomorrow. And yeah, just and with any more final thoughts about Deadpool 3?
No, I think we covered it ages
Okay.
ago.
What's that?
I think we covered it ages ago.
Yeah. But yeah, I kind of have to, let's see what time it is. Yeah. But thanks again, Cameron, for coming on. Maybe we'll do another stream talking about Deadpool at some point or before the movies. And thanks for whoever tuned in. I saw there was like 3 people that tuned in at one point. And thanks everybody for watching. And yeah, thanks again for coming on, Cameron.
No, thank you.
All right, bye guys. And